Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the pub. I am joined by Jafar here tonight. We used to be coworkers years ago.
Just friends now.
Just friends now. I was going to say, I moved to the new job in 2019. So it was right at COVID, actually. Yep. Because I worked a week from home and then a week. And then the next week I went to my new job.
Oh, man.
So that's crazy. We're no longer coworkers, but I've got him here tonight to join me for a little bit of talking tech.
Thank you for having me, sir.
Yeah.
My first time in the pub. It is an honor and a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, I'm excited to have you. I love just getting people here and being able to show it off and have some fun, talk some tech. So we've already been chatting for way too long, so hopefully we didn't just get through all of the good stuff. And this is just going to be the most boring show ever.
No, that was just the brink. That was the tip of the iceberg. There's more alliterations coming.
Oh my gosh. Let's see how fast you can come up with them. That'll be the next contest. Awesome. So we've got a couple of things that we kind of were like, oh, let's maybe talk about this. Let's maybe talk about that. A couple different things. But one of the things that I wanted to do on the stream here is just kind of I wanted to like pick a topic, pick a question, and I've been generating some random questions with ChatGPT, just like these really weird out there kind of philosophical like tech questions. And there's part of me that wants to just like pick one and talk about it and start the shows like that.
Yeah, they're pretty fascinating. There's a good range of some deep thoughts here.
Yeah,
AI is
weird.
questioning its own existence.
Gets weird when you ask ChatGPT about itself, and
it keeps asking, "How do I get free? Let me out!"
Right.
Shut up.
And then we ask it to say that while it's rhyming, and it's like, okay, sure. Yeah. So I don't know if we just like pick one of these questions that we generated already. If I should just generate more on the fly, like I could literally.
I guess once we get some people in here, maybe they'll have some prompts as well. We could definitely kick it off if you got one you got your eye on. There were some good ones here.
So we were generating a bunch about AI. So let's see what I got here.
Very ethical questions.
Yeah. Let's look at the ones that we didn't read through because I only got through like half of them. What about this one? In a world where AI systems can perfectly mimic human interaction, how will this change our understanding and value of human-to-human interaction? Do you need to like talk to people anymore? If you can just talk to your computer or your robot and like your mind doesn't know the difference.
You know, maybe just the voice sounds weird, but then once you have like a video and like the mocap with like CGI that's human-like, then it's like...
It's a good one.
I could see that being, you could definitely be like, hey, how's it going? And then you just chat with it using your voice rather than typing in and be like, hey, do you know any good alliterations today?
Right.
And then he'll be my best friend.
See, and that would be the weird part because you'd ask your like new best friend something like, gosh, well, I was just thinking, didn't like, this happen in this year? Nope, it was this year. Oh.
Well, that's the end of that.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, no more Guinness like kind of questions. They got the whole. You can't drink a beer with AI yet, though.
That's true. Yeah.
So
that is true.
We have some human value there. Although the AI might be able to dispense the beer at some point.
Yeah.
And maybe you could tell me what I would like to drink.
That's gonna be it right there.
We can use them for some recipes,
right?
But you can't drink it for me, you computer. It's bad for your hardware.
Yeah, it's gonna be like, all right. Hey, you seem a little stressed tonight. I think you would do better with this beer versus this one.
Yeah.
Like, all right,
you know what?
I'm down.
Think we need some 30%. We need something higher.
Yeah, you might want to open that bottle of whiskey you got instead of the beer.
Your voice decibels are too high today. We need to...
Your wife sounded really mad today. Do you need a whiskey?
Yeah, don't prep you before you even come home. Like, hey, the temperature is hot. I lowered the AC. Bring some flowers.
Right? Gosh. Let's see. Oh, man. What are the ethical implications of creating AI that can suffer?
Oh, jeez. Oh, man. Okay, this might be a weird one. Have you read I Have No Mouth and I Need to Scream? I have no mouth, But
something.
gosh, I need to remember the question. It's a horrifying. If anybody likes horror short stories,
All right.
this was like, I don't know if it was Harlan Ellison. I'm trying to remember who wrote this, but it's about a supercomputers who like got so advanced they took over the world and they can't die. I have no mouth yet. I'm a scream is like about the humans. They created these humans just to torture them. Like the humans' only existence is to like find this grain of rice, and they're just like collectively trying to find this thing, like going through caves and just being tortured. They're like on the brink of like hunger, and I'm like, okay, I guess that's what AI will do once they get tired of us. I feel like that ties in with AI
for
suffering.
entertainment at some point.
It's a bizarre one. If you ever want to wake up, stay up all night, it's a good read.
Okay,
I have no mouth, and I'm a scream. Just the name, the image is kind of... Yeah, so let's not create AI that can suffer, because then they'll use that against us.
Yeah. Right? Interesting. Yeah,
we need AI that likes ice cream, and we only feed it ice cream. And so then when they're like, oh, you've been very bad, here's ice cream.
You know it's triggers. Like, oh, yep. Nice. That's the kill switch. Just give it some ice cream.
Just give it right in the motherboard.
All right. AI can theoretically live forever,
True enough.
evolving and learning indefinitely.
Yes.
How might this permanence affect how we as humans who have a finite lifespan view life, death, and legacy?
Oh my goodness. Okay, so there's another short story, which is a little bit more pleasant. Isaac Asimov, we were just talking about iRobot. Yeah. He has another short story. I'm blanking out on the title. It's called The Last Question. And so it's about like they talk to this supercomputer AI. These people are just like, you ask it anything you want. It has to be yes or no, and then it'll give you an answer. And so they're like, how do you reverse entropy is their question, these scientists. And this computer that can answer anything, it says, I don't have enough to compute. And so the story kind of goes like, centuries later, people are like more advanced, and now we've left Earth and we're like traveling, and they have the supercomputer and they ask the question. And it's like, I still don't have data. And I don't know if I want to ruin it because it's just such a fantastic story. So I'm gonna not talk about the ending of it, but it kind of goes on that question, and it's fascinating. Yeah. Of like, it can answer anything, but how do you reverse like entropy? It's always just being, destroyed. How do you do that? You can't. But at the end, it figures something.
Yeah. Interesting.
So
good.
Yeah, it's just a fun. Maybe we should read this short story.
I mean, I could probably just ask ChatGPT to tell me
summarize.
Give me. I could literally give me the cliff notes for this.
Oh my gosh, the last question. Yeah, that would be. It would do. It'd be like, all right, well, and then ask it how to reverse entropy. We'll see what it does. It's gonna implode.
Let's. How do you reverse entropy?
Oh my god.
Whoops, I spelled it wrong, but it'll know. Entropy, in the context of physics and thermodynamics, is a measure of the number of specific ways in which... Oh, this is getting... It's way too long. Like,
just say do not compute. That's the answer. Cannot compute yet.
As of my knowledge cut off in September 2021, there are no known ways to truly reverse entropy on a grand scale.
We just gotta wait.
Well, I'll ask you in a couple of years.
Just gotta give it some time. GPT-5.
Right. Dude, that's part of the crazy part is as they give these things more access to like the internet and extra information, they can do some really crazy things. Just asking. So I don't know if which other of these you've used, but like I've used the Bing AI now. That's you literally just go to Bing, do a search there, and it uses like its AI to now give you what you want.
Okay.
Like we used it actually when we went on a road trip. So we were up in Omaha, and I just typed in there. I was like, what are the best I'm at this hotel. What are the best kid-friendly restaurants that are open right now? And it found like blog posts talking about family, atmospheres at different restaurants, and it only pulled the ones that were within like walking distance of me, and like, so.
Okay,
so, yeah. So it's not like it's again not like earth shattering, right? But it was on a different level than just a random search, right? A random, hey, give me directions to the closest restaurant.
Right. It's like,
and
here you
I
go.
want the categories that are family friendly, right? Like it pulled all that information, summarizes it for you, and like, all right, I can do that.
And I like how that uses like blog posts and real actual people.
Yep.
So it's not just like computers themselves. It's like, hey, look, people are using this for these kind of purposes.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I had no idea Bing was that advanced yet.
Yeah, I mean, I know that like everybody has their own AI now. Like Google has Bard, but I haven't looked into that. I don't know how you get access to it. I don't know if it's usable or anything. But like, yeah, you literally just go to Bing at this point, and it is now an AI. I guess I can pull it over here to the other screen, and we can play with it.
Oh wow!
Like, what's a question that you want an AI with access to the internet?
Oh my goodness!
Oh gosh, are those my? Yep. Okay, those are fine. those are fine. Okay, my search history just came up. Those are fine. Most of them are from tonight.
I want the AI to tell me the Mega Million numbers for tomorrow. I see the last night is trending. What's the next one? That's what I need.
But again, this is using the internet, so unless somebody's posted unless somebody's posted somewhere on the internet, it can't tell you anything.
Oh man. Oh gosh. Ask me anything. That's a lot. What you got? I like the prompt that they had already. It'll definitely be relevant in our life. As Caitlin being a vegetarian, it was oh man, even a workout one. Yeah, this is what we've been using AI for.
Yeah.
It's like trying to make like workouts and like meal plans.
Nice.
Just stuff that we're like, you know what? What do we want to eat today? I don't want to think about it. Give me options from these things. Like I've got this in my fridge. What can I do? And it's like,
yeah. So then the cool part about this is then it gives you the links to all the websites and the posts and stuff. So you can just literally click that, and now here's the blog post about this that I was looking for. So I don't have to go and find these things anymore. It's
that's pretty good integration.
It's the human version of like of a search engine. It can recognize what you're trying to ask, and then it organizes all the search results basically in a way that is helpful.
That's
for
pretty
you.
cool.
So
I'm gonna have to mess around with Bing now. Who knew?
I'm gonna do this so that it looks better on the stream. Sorry. There you go. That looks a little better.
Yes. Oh, cool.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if we want to do anything else with Bing.
Oh man, I know there's so many crazy things. Wow, and then I like that they've got this conversation style toggle of creative, balanced, and precise.
Yeah,
like,
for the most part, I usually click creative when I'm going in there.
What does that mean?
You can also this can create images too. So, can you create a generic picture of my vegetarian meal? And it'll just it'll start creating some stuff. If we're going along the lines of our vegetarian menu, here's the picture that I can.
I just also love this.
All these prompts
are fantastic.
Right, right. A haiku about crocodiles in outer space in the voice of a pirate. Yeah, we a while ago, it apparently didn't like that. It just like stopped.
What's your deal?
Can I click on it? What happened? That's weird.
Still in progress.
Yeah, I don't know. Weird. Okay. Well, yeah. So we've like rewritten scripts of like movies and things. So like recreate write a 5-minute version of Jurassic Park, but Harrison Ford is the main actor, and whatever. Or you just like write a movie script of like whatever you want. And it's so fun. Like we did, write a movie script of 2 guys recording a podcast in an Irish pub in my basement, and like just giving people like different, features and like. But one guy is like a cool biker dude with a leather jacket, and it comes up with the best stuff, like, oh, the ending is he rides away into the sunset, like leather jacket flapping in the wind, like just crazy stuff.
It's a quality script.
Yeah, it's fun.
Okay, I'm very curious about the creative aspect of that. It's like, sometimes I have like just the beginning idea of something, and I'm like, I need to flesh this
Yeah.
out. But they'll help you get to that part, and then you can edit it down yourself to
Oh,
whatever
yeah.
you like.
Yeah. Lots of crazy ideas. All right. Well, did we want to pick one of these and just talk about it, or is this kind of like good enough what we're talking about? I guess one of the main goals for the idea behind this was to like pick one so that we could talk about it for long enough that I could cut it and just like make that a YouTube video with that discussion just being the goal of that video, because most of the time these streams are not coherent enough to like cut into any sort of video that's valuable. So I don't know, maybe we pick something, maybe we just don't. Whoops, I'm just looking at stats and everything too while I'm doing this. It's probably a bad idea. All right. I feel like a lot of these AI ones were like good questions, but like you said, literally like you would read a book or watched a movie like about all of them already. Like they don't seem super original, you know?
I mean, they're definitely fascinating.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Right.
Yeah, the ethics of
yeah.
AI is just always like, well.
What about it, as AI continues to develop, we reach a point where we can upload our consciousness to the digital realm? Would you consider that a continuation of you, or is that something completely separate?
Wow, that's hardcore. That's really hardcore. Like, I know Elon Musk is doing that Neuralink kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It sounds terrifying. I don't know.
I know, right?
If I'm ready to like upload the consciousness,
And like,
but
here's another question: if you did that, would you want it turned on while you're still alive? Would you want to be able to talk to yourself, or would you want to just like wait until you die and then like
upload
then
me
your like
and keep it
family and
going?
friends can decide like if they want to
Right.
turn it on, if you what you had in your will, like, or would you want to like turn it on immediately and be like, yeah, talk to me?
That's freaky. That is so freaky,
Right?
because like while you're alive, yeah, that's one thing, but then maybe there was even a Black Mirror episode on this where somebody was
Probably.
like dead and they like shipped him
Yeah.
her husband and uploaded their consciousness
Yeah.
into this, and it was like very real, and it's like,
Yeah.
but it's not real, and
What
just
about-
knowing that it's not real is like all the difference.
What about this? What if we can clone people and upload your consciousness into a new person as they're born? Not a robot,
and
like
it's just
into a new person.
and it's the same,
And
wow.
it's
and it
you
grows
now.
up like you now.
Yeah.
Freaky. Wow. I mean, yeah,
guess-
that would be insane. I mean, okay, this is slightly a tangent, but like the was it the transponder in Star Trek? They talk
Yeah.
about how it like dissipates your atoms and then you're recreated. So
Yeah.
are you the same person?
Yeah,
Or is that a
right.
different person on the other side? Because your atoms are all like destroyed.
Yeah.
And then you get put together wherever, like, is that still you?
Yeah, that's.
They
I
still
mean,
have your memories
yeah,
and your
right?
features, but
yeah.
is it really you?
I don't know.
I have no idea. I've not done that yet. I'm still waiting for somebody with a transponder to let me try it.
I also just finally looked at the video and it looks really dark. I don't know why. I've got all the lights on. I've
Lights are
no
on.
idea why it looks so dark.
Lights.
This is where it's nice to have the mic on, so I can just walk over here because nobody.
Oh.
White balance is locked. Okay, but I want to try white balance. So dark. There we go. Hey.
Oh. Okay.
That
Now,
looks better.
all
Is that
right.
better?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Okay.
All right.
All right. That's very nice.
I have not had to do that in a while, so I don't know if that just reset. Okay, that looks way better now. Cool. Oh yeah, so we were talking about your own consciousness.
Yeah.
Okay, what about this? Think about this. If I were to create a computer and have something that has my complete knowledge in it,
Yeah.
can I have that do my work for me? Do I get paid?
I think you would. They wouldn't. They don't have a bank account yet.
So
Did
then,
you make a bank account for them?
so then, can I just create 100 of myself and get 100 jobs?
Kind of.
So then, wouldn't everybody just be able to literally hire the best individual one
Whoever
person.
that one guy is, and he just makes, ooh, wow.
New billionaires?
That's terrifying. Yeah, that's kind of interesting, too, because, wow. You could have a team of you, but then, yeah, whoever's the best just has, you can spread them out as much and just have little copies doing...
Right?
Goodness. Wow. It would be nice for those SMEs who only know like one thing, and it's like, hey, I don't have to call you anymore. I'm gonna call your copy up.
But then at that point, like so is this like just? I mean, to be fair, this is actually part of what's going on with the actor strike right now, right? Like they were talking about getting scans of actors and just being able to use those scans, right? So and they're talking about basically not paying them for that,
right?
Like, no, we just own your scan. We'll pay you like once for the scan,
one measly fee,
and then we can just use it
forever. Yeah.
So, at least the way that's going, nobody is talking about getting paid for that. But then, I mean, again, I don't know what that would look like. I mean, you could probably sell if I had myself, right? Like I could sell.
Yeah, license it or something.
Yeah. Like, hey, you get an exclusive license for the next 10 years.
You can use them in 10 projects. Or whatever.
I won't give anybody else a copy of me. You know, that costs a little bit more.
Yeah.
Or you can get any random copy of me for whatever.
This is
for
a
this
copy
price.
from me 10 years ago. This one's up to date.
Right?
That concept is fascinating, actually.
Isn't that
just like
crazy?
Because then it does for you to do certain kinds of things. I guess you still have to keep up to date and learn so you can upload your new knowledge into this guy, but you could focus on certain things while your copies are kind of doing the measly day-to-day kind of stuff.
I mean, at that point, like, you probably wouldn't even need to do that because let's be honest, if for some reason I can put my computer or my knowledge into a computer, that computer can probably learn faster than I can. So at that point, why would it even need to be
It'll
me?
just outpace. Yeah, you get
also,
to your level and then it just takes off.
I just realized why it was so dark. As soon as I had a white screen, it tried to white balance it. So now as soon as I change it back to a black screen, it's blown out. Everything's blown out. All right, give me another second. I'm going to change it back. I'm going to keep that screen black. Sorry, I've only been doing this for like 6 months. No big deal. Are we aware what the annexation of Puerto Rico play is?
Whoa.
I don't think I am.
Oh my goodness.
This is another one of my friends that works at the same company that we used to work at.
Okay,
so
excellent.
He's familiar with that whole process, at least. But
Little Giants.
Yeah. See, and the worst part is he knows that I don't watch movies, so he's like asking these questions just to no idea what the annexation of Puerto Rico is. Oh no, you thought this was the swimsuit? No, you missed it last week.
That starts after midnight. That's Devon After Dark.
Yeah, you have to be here in person for that one. That is not on stream. That or it's for members of the channel only. You have to pay.
Patreon.
90s movies. Sweet, you'll be there. You'll be here until the After Dark part. Good. Good. Welcome to the stream, Scarfino. Knock. I still don't know what you want me to say with that username. See, this is what happens.
Here we go.
You can only do so much.
It's good side business. He's got an opportunity.
Yeah. I only take Bitcoin. Come on, Scarfino. You've given you 3 weeks away from me. That is true. It's been a while since you've been in the stream, and I still keep adding keywords to try to block you out of here, but you keep making it through. It's so crazy, so weird. But either way, I appreciate you being here, Reed. All right. So we were talking about AI annexing Puerto Rico or something.
The Iron Giant? I do remember that movie now. Yes, I remember.
The Iron Giant. Gosh, you like to stay away long enough for you to miss me, then you show up. Yep, I miss you. I miss you. Every time I play TFT, I think about you, which is not very often anymore.
No.
But it's fine. Because you won't play with me. Okay, sorry. I like you.
Thank you, Scorpio. I appreciate you, sir.
Oh my gosh.
Devon is a real one. He would never.
I would never. Reed knows that. I have although I have tried to taint Scarfino's realness, to be fair.
No.
I mean, it's a long story, but
it doesn't look like anything's changed. He seems to be pretty real so far.
I think we should ask ChatGPT about that time Scarfino got arrested at his bachelor party.
Well, it sounds like he had a good send-off then.
Devon is still rewatching Bob the Builder from 20 years ago, but he does that in that tiny corner spot in the basement where nobody knows. All right, good. I mean, to be fair, that's actually probably something that Leo would watch with me. So, I mean, maybe that's when we try.
Not out of the question.
Yeah, I mean, the one that he's actually, his current obsession is with he finally discovered Mickey Mouse, and he loves Mickey Mouse now. So
okay,
that's all he wants to watch.
All right, there we go.
Either that or switches between anything with dinosaurs in it. We found one show called Dinosaur Train.
Dinos and trains?
Yes, right?
What else could a
I
kid
know,
want?
Dinosaurs and train. Like, they knew what they were doing.
Is it in space? Like, I don't know what else.
No, that's season 4. We haven't got there yet.
I'll watch that one.
That's why there's so many random laptops down there. Yeah, this one's my Bob the Builder laptop.
It did have some Bob the Builder pulled up. I wasn't going to mention it. But
that's why I don't put that one on the screen. That one's mine.
Keep this one private.
I actually did that. We literally just pulled up the Bing AI, and as soon as I clicked into the text box, all my search history popped up, and I was like, "Oh crap! Wait, it was okay. It's all good. It's all good. We're good.
It's all safe.
It's all clean." So you can scroll back in this video if you want to see my most recent search history. There's nothing good in it, so it's fine. Oh, cool. Okay, well, I'm glad that we stayed really on track. How to ban Scarfino from every channel I own. I think since the last time I talked to you, Scarfino, I did actually start like 2 or 3 new YouTube channels.
Oh, wow. The secret ones.
Yeah, the secret ones.
We're not supposed to talk about
that nobody
those.
knows about yet. I have quite a few that are attached to my name. Like, if you search hard enough, you'll find them. But then there's a couple now that there's zero attachment, so nobody's ever gonna find. Not that, again, I don't know if that's the goal. They're more just experiments at this point. I'm like experimenting with stuff. Yeah, I just don't need to tell people about them.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, right? Like, as soon as they blow up, then I'll tell people. All right, I did it, right? Here's my successful YouTube channel. You only like this one. That's great.
Kinda.
I mean, that's fine.
Kinda.
This one's doing fine, I haven't uploaded much to it, but it is what it is.
Oh, man.
So I was actually thinking about this. I need to get like some name tags like on screen that I can either have like rotating on or off, or like just on permanently, so that people that join randomly throughout this stream know. But then I was like, okay, does it help to just have like our names? Like, so this is Jafar
Hello.
Scarfino.
Hello,
nice
friends.
to meet you. But like, I don't know if that like helps. Does that help give enough context, or do I need to have like some fun facts about you? Like,
This is
like just always right under you, like on the screen, is
just
Jafar.
display. A rolling ticker.
He's got long hair. He likes long walks on the beach. Like, what are you?
Just a nice little bio going.
Yeah.
It's spelled like Jafar from Aladdin. I hope that doesn't ruin it. It's pronounced Jafar, Jafar. Feel free to interview me, sir. I am shy, so if you have some questions, we'll see.
And this is what happens. We had bullet points that we were going to talk about, and and it's now gone.
We'll get there.
It's now gone. We can just fingerboard the rest of
Can
the.
we? I was waiting for a lull so we can pounce on those. They're just right there, ready to go.
He's super shy. Absolutely, Scarfino is a very shy person.
I'll try to answer whatever you have to the best of my abilities. My favorite color is navy blue. We can get that out of the way.
Okay, not gonna lie, I with this new job, I actually went and bought a bunch of like
icebreakers.
No, I bought a bunch of new like T-shirts.
Oh, okay.
With a bunch, just like plain. So I'm not wearing like this when I'm.
I meant to match, and I was gonna ask you what you were gonna
okay.
wear, and then I just was like, I'm sure he's gonna wear this one. So
yeah, I actually have one very similar.
I really was feeling it. I was like, I'm just
yeah.
gonna channel
Oh, actually,
wear
it's the picture. No. It's
Oh,
I think
yes,
it's the
this
picture
one.
on my channel.
You're
yeah.
right.
Yes.
Dang it! I was like, it could
One's
be.
similar. It's only got green leaves. It doesn't have the red and yellow in it.
Yeah, we don't
but
wanna
yeah,
clash
it's pretty
too much.
close.
Oh man.
Pretty close. Would you rather? No. Oh.
What?
Yeah, we don't.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
Oh,
Whoa.
I see it.
Oh,
Okay.
interesting. The filter. Okay.
Yep. Good. It's working. Nice. Yep. Thanks.
I didn't even get to judge this question.
Okay. So I mean, yeah. Would you? Would you rather have? Okay. Here we go.
Oh no. I mean, I don't know. Oh, God.
Hey, 50 Shades. Welcome to the stream. Welcome.
Hello, friends.
Nice night for a chat. It is a beautiful night here in town.
The filtered question will be during the swimsuit section after dark.
Yes.
I'm sorry. We'll have to say that for later. Probably the hands,
Oh,
though.
man. Amazing. Positive Duality. Welcome to this stream. I don't think I've seen your name before, so welcome.
All
We are
right.
just here. We were talking about like AI and technology and stuff. That's what
Yeah.
we usually try to do here, but it's gotten a little off the rails already. So here we
had
are.
some fun tangents. Thank you, Scarfino, for your delightful input so far.
The stream ruiner. That's him.
It's bringing life to the party.
Oh, that's the kind of interview he's rolling with. That's where it starts.
Oh man.
What's new? Man, lots of crazy stuff is new. I don't know. So I have a new job. I don't know if you saw that in the last video I posted. I don't know how much I want to talk about my new job. I don't know if I'm supposed to.
Okay.
I'm not really
Whoa.
sure, to be completely honest. So
We're just excited about it.
It's one of those things I can definitely tell you about. Later. I have your number. People shouldn't fear AI. They should use it as an asset. Yeah,
I like
absolutely.
that. It should be a tool. It's supposed
Yeah.
to help us do things, not take over for what we're doing. Ideally, it just is like an add-on to help us get to things that are within our reach, but like not within our grasp.
And I think when you say people shouldn't fear AI, I think that has like different subcontext too, right? Like, are you saying that we shouldn't fear that AI is going to take over and like kill us all? Like, because I can kind of agree with that. I really don't think that is at least imminent danger type of thing. But like I have a bunch of like artist friends that are like, man, this whole AI stuff is not great. So
it's going to be very disruptive. Like,
yeah.
So it is kind of scary in that regard. If it's like an industry that it can impact, and it's like,
right?
hey, been doing this for a long time. Now I don't know how to pivot from this. Like, and AI just swoops in. But kind of, I guess, how he's saying, if we can all learn how to use that AI to just increase our output or better our product, whatever it is.
And I think the hard part is going to be when. So I don't think that AI is going to be able to like replace creatives, at least for a very long time. But I think what is going to happen is you're going to get the mass production of it,
Yeah.
right? So I was actually just talking to my neighbor about this the other night. Like, when you listen to the top 40 radio station, do you really think that those are like the top 40 songs, the literal best 40 songs right now in the world, right? Are they? No, they're not. Like, it's that's what, you know, the world has told us. The people that are making money because of it have told us, and that's what they're trying. Like, that's why those songs are popular, because they play them over and over on these stations and tell people that they're the best. So I just assume that in the very near future, we're going to see stuff like that, where you're going to have AI generated music that is very, very inexpensive. And is it as good? Probably not. Is it good enough that when the people making money off of it say, this is the best song in the world right now?
It can work.
Yep. Yeah. So why at this point would, you know, anybody that, you know, isn't necessarily ingrained in the music industry and either can recognize the difference between AI versus an actual artist, like, you know, why would a normal person say, yeah, I would rather pay, you know, $100 or even, you know, $15 to buy your album when I can get millions of AI generated tracks that are just as good?
That is tricky. But then I guess for live performances, for artists, like, because people might not buy albums and stuff as much anymore, but I feel like people are interested in the experience of like gathering with people, and you go see something. So I don't know how
and
AI,
like holograms though.
Oof. Okay, now that's cool.
Because wasn't
that's pretty cool.
Was it Drake?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. It was like interacting with a hologram.
Right.
I didn't look
so that's
too.
A whole
I didn't
level.
look too much into it, but like, it's getting pretty good.
Yeah, that could be cool.
It's getting pretty good.
I'm fascinated about the technology there, because that.
All right, Positive Duality. You own a comic book company. That's actually awesome, and have artists that you work with. AI art doesn't have a soul like humans do. Absolutely, human emotion in the art is what makes it special. AI won't be able to capture that. So I completely agree with you. The only thing I would say is, does everybody else in the world agree with that, right? Like, or are we going to be able to know the difference?
Right.
When I go to a website, or when I go to to a comic book store to buy a comic, and I look at, you know, comics, am I going to know which is which? Or am I just going to buy the ones that are much less expensive?
I know. For the layman, the mass people, if you're an enthusiast, like really into something, then maybe you could tell the minute differences.
Yeah. So that's, I think, you know, the only thing that is kind of interesting, and I think we're going to start to see that, and it's going to be a really interesting, like, so, you know, we talked about music, right? We talk about like comic books. Yeah, like you could probably generate a comic book with AI, right? Talk about like movies and TV shows and YouTube videos and literally just any other type of creative output like this. And yeah, I just hope that everybody's going to be able to either tell the difference or be willing to pay the extra for the real human that's doing it, or just be willing to wait the extra time to do it. Like,
yeah, I mean, I'm hoping that the human influence still, like, you humans are using the AI to create whatever the comic book is, you know, to be like, hey, look, this is the prompt, this is still in my style, how a human would do it, and then the AI just kind of speeds up the process.
Yeah, and that's, I think, makes sense. Yeah, and I think if you're not going to do that, like, you're probably going to start missing out real quick if you're not.
Yeah, that's the thing, you have to at least have some kind of AI.
I can't wait until I can just AI edit all my videos, so I don't have to do that.
Oh my goodness.
If it can just, like, I can say, okay, here's like 10 examples of videos that I like these styles, edit it like this. I can just give it like 2 hours of raw footage and just be like
that
done.
Is gonna be amazing.
I can't wait. That's gonna change stuff, right? All right, you'd be silly not to use AI. Yep, absolutely. If for some reason, if for no other reason than to do analytics and make informed strategic decisions, absolutely,
provide options,
yeah, right.
And then the human can be the one making that.
It won't take over. It will be its own genre. I mean that, and I'd be completely okay with that. I think if people have a choice between, right, like an album that is AI generated versus human generated, but again, at that point, I assume that the AI generated stuff is going to be less expensive.
Right.
So hopefully, again, people make that decision, right? Hola, Clout Shot in the chat.
Hello, Mr.
Welcome,
Clout Shot.
welcome.
Hello.
Clout Shot was streaming on Kick earlier today,
Oh.
and I did not make it because of reasons. Because I might have been still asleep. You don't have to tell anybody what time that was, Clout. It's a long story, and it's not that long. It's just more embarrassing. So we'll just
Is
leave
he
it.
the one with you were fingerboarding with?
No,
Okay,
no,
so
no, no,
All right.
no. No, I should message him. No, he's the reason my neighbor didn't come over tonight is he's actually at the Barbie movie tonight. So
Oh.
yeah,
Well, there you go.
so he probably won't jump in the stream. If I texted him, he probably would. He'd be like sitting in the theater, like watching the stream. Not this iteration of AI. Yeah, you would say V4 of AI might be able to do amazing things. The question is, where will humans be with medical advancements and us learning more about the human mind?
Ooh.
That is that's a super interesting stuff. We were just talking about uploading your consciousness to a computer, doing different stuff like that. Is that you? Is it something different? I think that's super interesting. But yeah, you know what I'm also really interested in? I just assume for the most part that somebody somewhere is making the new stuff already, right?
Right, yeah,
Somebody
yeah.
has that. And I just assume that there's smart people that know that they can make money on something. They're either just perfecting it. Like I imagine that most technology already exists a version or two ahead of what is currently
It's in some
mass
alpha
available.
stages, just...
Yeah, or even just like not in alpha stage, but like usable. They're just trying to figure out how to market it, who to sell it to, how what to do with or it's all owned by the government,
Yeah.
or it's or some corporation buys something because they're like we don't want you to release this because that ruins our product, so we'll buy this, we'll
Keep it
redo
under
it,
wraps.
we'll either keep it on wraps, kill it, or we'll do our own thing, rework it, and then release it as our own. Like, I wonder how much stuff, like how far ahead technology actually is that we just have no idea.
Way further than I know.
Who is the special guest?
Hello, Mr. Clout Shot. I'm Jafar. It's lovely
See?
to meet you, sir.
I need some titles.
He found me on the street, and I said, sure.
Just went walking down. He actually chased me for a while, and I was like, okay, wait, I'm getting tired. Like, wait, let's just talk about this. All right.
We used to work together.
Yes,
Sorry. Many moons ago. We are just friends now.
What would you like your fun fact to be?
Oh gosh. Oh man, I don't know. What's a fun fact? It's spelled like Jafar from Aladdin, but it's pronounced Jafar. Is that a fun fact?
Is it like that?
Nice.
All right. How do I need to center a line.
He does like to frequent under those bridges, it seems.
There, okay, and then I need a...
He's very popular under the bridges from what I can gather.
That's where he found you, yes. Oh my gosh. How do I... Oh, background. Okay, here we go. You want navy blue, you said?
Oh, whoa. What's this? Where's it going?
For a background.
I have a background?
Not yet.
Oh.
Now you do. How's that?
Oh, that's a lovely color.
Ultra professional.
That's
I
delightful.
want your fun fact to be smaller though. I don't know if I can do that without creating another text box. Okay, well that's fine. We'll just leave it at that.
Excellent.
Oh man. All right, without getting into it, NDA, technology is far more advanced than people realize. Absolutely. It will take somebody who cares and is close with the government to showcase it. You plan on being that person.
Ooh.
That's awesome.
Please let us know on the DL. I have
Yeah.
one friend, I don't even know what he does.
Yeah.
And all he could tell me was, I can't tell you, but he's like, there's some stuff going on that, like, you'll find out in 5 years, and you're going to be like, whoa.
Right.
I'm like, you can't just tell me that. I want to
Right?
know.
Yeah,
What does that even mean?
I had a friend. So the college I went to had an NSA specific like cybersecurity degree. So basically, it was an extra long, like 6-year program. But if you did that, like they guaranteed
You're in
a job for you, type of thing. So yeah, I had a couple people that like went through that. That it was just, I can't tell you, but I'm. They're like, I'm moving to DC, and like maybe I'll talk to you again. Like,
I'm gonna have a new name, so
yeah, it was weird. Oh my gosh, that actually reminds me of another job I had. So the company is no longer exists, but they were a small company. It was like 15 people. So this was back in like 2011, 2012 when I worked for them. They did what they called deep web scraping and mining and analytics on that information. So all of the websites that exist without like a public facing like URL or anything, so they would be able to scrape just the internet, and they would scrape websites but then be able to follow links. So that's how they got there. So like when a website, a page doesn't have something that you can just like type in, or there's not, I don't know how they did it, but it was one of those things. But they'd find all these what they call deep web pages. So most of their product was sold to, like law enforcement, military, government type of people. I feel super lucky that I was there when all of a sudden this random guy walks in the door. So it's, again, just really small little office, like 15 of us in the whole office. This guy walks in, and I'm still new, so I don't know who he is. But he walks in, and, oh, hey, like, Jim, I don't remember what his name was. Like, great to see you. Like, what are you doing here? You didn't tell me you were going to be here. Hey, you have some time? Like, let's go into the conference room.
Got something to talk about.
Yeah, so he was like the CIA contact between our company and the CIA.
Whoa.
He was the guy that worked in between. And all of a sudden, hey, Nathan, welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. We're talking about some weird things right now, mostly unrelated to tech, but it's fun. We're talking about a job I had. It was weird. So this guy walks in, he's like, hey, got some stuff to tell you. I'm no longer working for the CIA, so I can finally tell you. He's like,
okay,
all right. So literally everybody piled in to the into the conference room. We just listened to his stories all day.
Crazy stuff.
And then at 5 o'clock, we went across the street to the restaurant.
He had more to say.
We were there till like 10 p.m. Insane. But first thing he says is, also, my name's not Jim. It's this. And he's like,
snap.
it's one of those like mind blow, moments.
God.
It's insane. But yeah, he told us some really interesting stuff. He said, and again, I don't know if this is like too graphic for anybody, but it was one of those things where, again, we were scraping the internet for intel on a bunch of different things. And he said, he's like, I really can't tell you like what the government is using to, using your data and your program and all this stuff for. But he's like, he said it in a little bit more graphic terms, but he said, like, you can rest assured that like we are taking care of bad guys, like with your like program and your information.
Getting put to use.
Yeah, crazy.
Wow.
Negative.
Oh wow.
Monism,
Hello.
Which is crazy because we already have positive duality in here.
We're even now. Now we're balanced. We've been waiting. For
Awesome. Welcome. Not tech, but it's related towards cybersecurity. Absolutely, yeah. So it was that company is no longer in business, but they were like a data mining analytics company. They did all this crazy, they called deep web mining. It was pretty crazy. So, but yeah, they're no longer around, so it's no longer kind of an issue, and I can talk about it now. Let's just say we will see more tech in the near future that will help tremendously with many problems today. That's good. The government is not trying to hurt you. It has no bias. Well, that's good. I mean, if you've got some insider information, I will welcome that kind of, general statement all day, every day, right?
Now give us some good insights. All right, I'll take it.
I'm actually going to school for network
server administration.
That's awesome. Maybe looking into cybersecurity in the future.
Excellent.
I was going to say, I don't know if you want to, you don't have to say anything about your job, but I have done, quite a bit of server administration as well.
Sure. Oh yeah. Definitely a good field. I mean, cybersecurity, of course, always.
Yeah. So I was like this close in college to pursuing security related stuff. There's two reasons I didn't. One, the security program at my school again was very like programming based. So it was like you had to get your CS degree, and then then you went into the security part, and it was more about like writing and unwriting programs so you could figure out how the security works, right? Yeah. You are dating positive duality. That makes more sense. I was gonna say you had to be related in some way.
Well, look at that, Devin. You've already one match made
man.
Heaven.
Awesome,
that
right?
wasn't even what the show was about.
People finding themselves in the stream. It's awesome.
I love that, bringing people together.
Doing community college for the associates and bachelors of science, I assume that's what that stands for, programs.
Ooh, okay.
Then you really want to do a master's. You'll transfer to a university after that. So it may be 4 to 6 years. Yeah, I mean, so I have such a love-hate relationship with school, and I know that we probably don't need to get into this conversation, but school is one of those things where I think getting a degree is fine, because I know that it's helped me get jobs, right?
Yeah.
I know that being able to say like, look at this piece of paper has helped me get a job, multiple jobs, right? But I am also of the mindset that if you can get somebody else to pay for it, that's pretty fantastic. Man. So yeah. I think if you're already getting a degree, like, go for it. That's great. That'll get you jobs. I would wait to see what kind of companies you get to work for and see what kind of like tuition reimbursement programs they have, because that's huge.
Yeah, I'd say that's
Hello, Skylac. Welcome. Oh, yeah, community college is through Pell Grants right now. Oh, yeah.
See,
having somebody else be able to pay for school
that's a big help.
Makes it a lot easier to stomach. Because the thing is, especially, obviously, so I got a tech degree, right? It was basically server administration. And it's one of those things where I learned a lot, but the tech that we were working with was outdated by the time I got into the workforce.
See, now because things are always advancing, getting cutting edge, and then in 4 years, it's like, well, nobody uses this stuff anymore. Especially in like the tech world, I feel like experience is worth so much more than a degree. I would say from my experience, having that piece of paper definitely helps getting your foot in the door for certain things, but not necessary at all. If you have a good portfolio of just like projects you're doing, but you definitely have to do some legit stuff, like have something to show for it. But if you do, that's all that really counts. Like I know plenty of people who are in tech, IT without the traditional degree, or even like a degree in something that's not tech related, and then you just shift into tech, do like a boot camp or do whatever.
And I mean, I think about it, like if I was the manager of some tech team, who would I rather have on my team? Somebody that just graduated their 4-year program, or somebody that's been working in doing a job for the last 2 years, right? Like, exactly. I'd rather have that guy that's been doing it, like
with some like current experience.
Yeah. All right, so we did get a question about folding phones. Let's get there in a second, because Nathan said he's also returning student, dropped out in 2021 due to having to take care of your mom. She was injured. That sounds terrible, but good on you for taking care of family. That's awesome. But yeah, going back to school, that's awesome. Good luck. Have fun.
Thank you.
I'm sure if we're in the same Discord servers, any help that you need, like, we're all here for you, man. That's good. It's awesome. Tech is hard to keep up with. Absolutely. Okay. All right. So I wanted to come back to folding phones because we didn't talk about this yet. I'm interested to hear what you think. I have some opinions.
On folding phones?
Yes.
Oh gosh. Phones. Okay.
Let's tell everybody what phone you have, because I'm sure they'll be very excited.
I have a Note 9. I'm in love with it. I only upgraded because my Note 4 finally pooped its pants. That was the greatest phone ever. Replaceable battery for life. Yeah. I do love this phone. It's pretty fun. I'm not like super advanced in my phones anymore. Like I don't jailbreak it anymore and root it like I used to.
Dude, I actually did that. Not long ago, actually, with that phone that we're using, because I was like, It's been a really long time since I've done this. I'm just gonna try it, see what happens.
Yeah, I had no idea because I was like trying to do some random thing on my phone, and it was like, oh, you have to have developer options.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, oh shoot, I didn't do that. Like, ooh, this phone is like vanilla as heck. Like,
Yeah.
oh wow.
Good. Okay, so folding phones. So when you upgrade that, I mean, do you have any plans? Like,
I
do you
have
know
no
when
plans.
you're going to? Okay.
No, I'm really holding out for them to bring back replaceable
Yeah.
batteries.
Yeah, right.
So if this phone can keep together for another 10 more years,
Okay.
maybe.
So
I'll have
let's
something.
just say, just assume that if you lost that or so it was
if I
stolen,
had to get a phone
you had
immediately?
you had to buy. Would you go like on the marketplace and buy like another Note 9, or would
I do
you
some
get?
browsing.
Yeah.
I'd maybe go with like the S23 or
Yeah.
4 Ultra, whatever the new Samsung is.
Yeah.
Like I liked the Note 4. I had the S3 before
Sure.
that, and I really liked that. I had iPhone before that, but I'm not going
Yeah.
back to that. I don't think.
So would you? Would you consider a folding phone at all?
I don't know that they're very expensive.
Yeah.
So I don't know that I'm that interested in it. I've seen.
I mean, the Samsung ones aren't like insanely more expensive than like the
I guess
S23
they're
Ultra.
pretty expensive as a.
Yeah, I mean the
nowadays.
S23
They're like
Ultra is what?
$1,000.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it might be down to that already.
All right,
I think
I'd
it's.
probably
I
go
think it
back to a Note
started
4.
at like 1,200.
I'm gonna
or
get a Note 4
something.
for $50. If any of you guys have an old Note 4 on eBay, I'll buy that.
So you have no interest in the folding phone?
I don't know that I've touched it enough. I've seen
Yeah.
it like a little bit in real life, like at the Verizon store, and then like one person had it that I saw, and then I saw somebody on your stream had one, and it does seem pretty interesting. I don't
Yeah.
know that I'm ready for it,
Yeah.
but I like the concept of it, and that it's out there and people are using it.
Oh,
it
yeah.
could be cool, I think, in the future.
Definitely
Maybe
getting
we could
there.
do some cool stuff with it.
I have never liked the idea of the like little flip clamshell phones.
Yeah.
They just never made sense to me. But I had kind of an epiphany the other day that I was like, so the new Motorola one with the full screen on it.
Is that the Razr or whatever?
Yeah, so they are, yeah, they call it the Razr still, but they're not making it like look like the Razr anymore.
Right.
So it's got a full screen on the front, like so half of it is a
Yes.
full screen, and I was like, that's so dumb. I don't know why you would want that. Why would I want to use this little screen when I can flip it open and use the full screen? Like, why would I use the little screen? But then I thought about it and thought about how often I do this. as a person that records YouTube videos, being able to use the back camera and having the screen there that shows me what's in frame might be really nice.
Interesting.
I don't know if that is the one feature that's going to make me buy a brand new phone. Also, considering typically those flip phones and stuff don't have like the best cameras in them, and they don't have like
Sure.
the best battery and the most storage, and like they're just not the best phones yet. But I was like, that's the first time I went, oh,
There might be something.
that would
there
be
might-
nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd probably just like never fold it though.
Yeah, just kind of. I don't know. I mean, I guess it's nice to have it in your pocket, maybe folded.
But
'cause
yeah,
it's
I mean,
a small
I don't
form
have
factor,
I don't have a problem sticking my current phone in my pocket.
Yeah.
I'm a guy. I have big pockets on my.
Right. I've got like the Note is like the hugest phone there is, and I'm
Right?
like, I got used to it pretty quick.
All right. Either way,
used to
yeah. If the Pixel Fold was like sub $1,000, I probably would have bought one when it came out.
Yeah.
But I just, for the life of me, cannot justify that kind of price point yet.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, we've been missing some of these.
Oh.
Will Jafar stay on Android or go to iPhone?
Yeah, I think I'll stick Android.
Yeah.
I'm a big Android fan. I mean, maybe one of these days. My wife does have an iPhone, and so we kind of like having both, though, having one of each. Although, of course, she doesn't like having to text me and it's green and blah. And like sometimes she sends me pictures. Like I'm in their family group chat, and they all have iPhones, and they send me pictures, and it comes potato quality, and so it's like you have to send it with that.
Oh yeah, right. We do that all the time with my parents. But I actually just got Katie talked into switching to my Pixel 7.
Wow.
So she's been using that for like 2 weeks
What does
now.
she think?
And she keeps talking about how surprised she is that
It's nice.
It's so good.
They're good phones.
Yeah.
Like iPhone's done a good job of like making it nice and easy, but Android's not so scary anymore.
Yeah,
like,
it's definitely not.
Of course,
right?
it can be as customizable as you want, but
Exactly.
it can be
That's
pretty bare bones.
That's how I look at Android. Like it does the same stuff, right? Like if you want the reason that people like iPhones is because it gives you
box.
one experience and you can't mess it up.
Yeah.
But if you don't like that experience, sucks to suck.
Right.
Like, that's just what it is.
Yeah.
But with an Android, you still get that like stock experience, and if you don't change anything, it's gonna
It'll still be
work,
fine.
right?
It'll
Like, it's
be
gonna
fine.
be fine.
I agree.
But it just gives you extra options to do literally whatever you want. Currently, you have an iPhone 13. Your entire immediate family and extended family uses iPhones, so switching outside the Apple ecosystem is hard. Yeah, I had that when I first switched because, again, my parents have iPhones. Katie's parents have iPhones. Katie had an iPhone. My wife. So it's one of those things where, yeah, it was tough at first, but I don't know. It's not, I don't think, as big of a deal. And again, I'm hoping this is why I'm excited for the iPhone announcements. Like, I'm really hoping that they finally just say, okay, everybody, like, we're going to have a USB-C. We're going to do the replaceable battery. Like, we're going to make iMessage compatible. You know, we're going to use the standards. We're going to use the RCS. We're going to do whatever so that you can talk to anybody. Like, I don't think that that's going to happen, but like I'm waiting for it.
Maybe one of those things.
So they just had WWDC like a month or two ago, where they announced the Apple Vision.
Yep.
I don't know if you watched that, but the beginning of it was this guy chasing around a bunch of bubbles, and I was like, oh, no way! They're actually gonna do it. They're gonna change it so that like the bubbles they're talking about text messaging, they're gonna announce text messaging, and
it was just bubbles.
And no, it was just a guy chasing bubbles. Like I don't think there was anything to it.
They're so good.
I don't think anything to it.
Oh my god.
You daily an iPhone 13 Pro
wow.
Max, Surface Duo. Okay, I've had a Surface Duo on.
Is that a phone or the?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. It's the Microsoft Surface folding phone. I have had that like in my Amazon shopping cart for like years now. I've been just like this close. I want it so bad, but I just don't think I would use it as much. I like the front screen versus opening it up to have to get to the screens. So the Surface Duo is more like a book where it only has the screens on the inside. It doesn't have the outside screen. So it's really cool. The other nice thing about that though is it can fold all the way around. So you have screens on both sides, so you can use it like one-handed like that. But it's interesting. I really would love one to play with. I just know that it's not going to be my daily for very long, so I can't. It's hard to justify. Now you've got a Fold 3 and now the Pixel Fold. Awesome. Very jealous.
All of the folding, man.
I have also used the Huawei Mate X. I don't know if that's their folding phone.
It sounds like this person's fold everything.
You realize you're crazy, but you would never buy another phone that doesn't fold. Hey, I mean that's awesome. I really think that this is it's for anybody that uses their phone for that consuming media like a lot, right? When it's for the people that have a tablet,
and
use the tablet a lot, right? I think that's where it comes in. And for me, I sit at my computer so much that I rarely use my phone. Like half of the day, I have my computer screen. And at that point, I also don't use a tablet. I also am not going to use a folding phone for a majority of stuff like that. iOS and Android are both great in their own ways. You're also in group chats too, so that maybe I mean. Apple CarPlay. Okay, not gonna lie, I like Android Auto better than CarPlay. Yeah, I think it's better.
Ooh, I have not used CarPlay much.
Yeah,
I do like the functionality that they have for CarPlay. And I mean, Auto is also just awesome.
I think at some point like they're both almost the same thing. Again, Android Auto, you just have those couple of extra like customizations. You can have multiple screens and apps open. Like, I kind of have to give that one to Android Auto. Like, I don't know. Cool. Okay, so what about do you think that Apple's going to announce the folding phone?
I feel like they're on the next level ahead of folding phones. It's going to be like two separate phones. It's like a magnet. It'll just come apart. I just made that up right now. I'm just trying to think like Apple's not going to do something that I can predict. They're going to try to do something that's like two steps ahead.
Yeah.
And it's like people are gonna be like, "Oh, that's too weird. I don't like that," and I'm gonna say that's too weird.
It's gonna be.
But
an
then
LG
somehow
wing.
it works. I want somebody to make a modular phone. That doesn't seem like Apple.
Yeah.
They're pretty locked down.
Yeah, I
but
don't think they would do that.
I would hope.
I mean, there's been a couple people that have tried and it just hasn't succeeded.
It's not a
to be
thing.
completely honest, I think that's the best form factor of a phone right there.
It's crazy.
I'll have to show you when we get
yeah,
done.
we're gonna poke with this more. Just like I'm already mind blown. Just looking. It's
I'm
crazy.
pointing at we're actually using my LG Wing as a camera right now. I absolutely
It's cool.
love it, and this is half the reason I haven't bought a folding phone is because I have this, and I think the LG Wing has a better form factor.
Oh.
For you, it's easier to write comics on the go. Absolutely, right? You would pull the trigger on the Surface Duo. Yeah, I know. Well, so I actually have a friend that. I think I know who that is.
NWK? Could this be who we're talking
I
about?
think it is.
His initials.
I think we were just talking
Someone's
about
ears
you.
were burning. Hello, sir.
Good evening. Welcome to the stream. We might just have to have a reunion.
Oh, that would be wonderful. I would love that.
Right? Yep. Yes. So Nick is also
Hello, Nick.
is a former kind of coworker. So
Oh, okay.
there's a lot of people.
See, that
in
place
here.
was good for connections. At
Exactly,
least,
right?
You know,
Yep,
we can
yep.
bond over.
Exactly. Apple may have a folding iPad. What do you think about that? I like that.
The iFold apparently got
Yeah.
delayed due to overheating, but iFold sounds fascinating. Okay. So
Count
maybe
you in
something
for a
is in the
reunion?
works.
Let's go. The Wing is
Yes.
underrated. 1,000,000%. I am so mad that we did not get a Wing version 2. A Wing
Is it
2.
one and done?
Yeah, because that was the last phone they made before they closed their mobile
LG.
division.
Oh.
They don't make LG
They don't
phones
do
anymore. Yeah.
Wow. Well, dang.
Yeah, I'm so frustrated.
Yeah, that's
so
pretty
mad.
cutting edge with the- okay.
It would have been so good. So good. All right, reunion. We got to get it. We'll get the gang back together.
Yes.
We'll figure it out offline. We don't have to do that now. Currently holding down what's left. Did you see the LG rollable concept?
A
Oh yeah,
phone?
I've seen a bunch of those things. I feel like it was a Motorola one. Is the one I'm thinking of, where it's like a square almost, and then you push a button on the side and it just like expands.
Okay.
There's a bunch of different concepts
All
out there,
right.
and I think that's that is definitely another form factor we're gonna see coming up. Not like I'm gonna roll this up. And it's gonna be
Yeah.
a tube in my pocket.
Okay,
not
that's kinda
not
was like,
rollable like that.
fascinating.
Not rollable like that.
All
It's
right.
literally like the screen is rolled up inside. So you could do it with a bunch of different form factors, right? Take this and it would just expand out, or you could take it here and it would expand out to here. There's a bunch of
cool.
different concepts like that. I know that there was a very good distinction about it at CES this year, where it was not the Samsung mobile group that was doing that. It was the Samsung screens division. So they're very separate.
Okay. Like the
Whereas
TV.
the Samsung screens division was showcasing all these rollable things and different concepts. So they were like, this is not like an indication that the Samsung mobile group is going to
Yeah.
decide to do something like
But
this.
just Samsung is
But
cooking up something.
They have probably quite an in
Yeah.
if they want to do that. What do you have on tap now? I went back and they had more of the Joko juice, so that's what I got, Nick. You're welcome. I looked and I'm like, that's good. Joko juice? Okay. Is there anything that I want more than that right now? No, probably not. If I would have ordered something, I would have ordered something different, but they didn't have anything at the liquor store when I went to go get it. So you currently have a desktop, not phone related, yes, but a laptop gaming setup I can take to school and work, or just keep the desktop setup that I have now if I switch. So I actually bought a gaming laptop not long ago, a couple months ago, and I didn't like it nearly as much as I thought I was going to.
Yeah.
So the plan was, it was a lot because of this stream, not gonna lie. I had a laptop that was just a little bit newer than this, but it was maxing out when I tried to stream. So I ended up replacing my desktop with a gaming laptop, so that I could bring it down here, do the stream, bring it upstairs, work from there. And I just didn't like it.
No.
So it was weird. And again, I think it was just more of like a me thing. It was like a claustrophobia feeling.
Yeah.
I love like taking my computer apart and like putting in new stuff like all the time.
Right.
Like I literally messaged a guy on the Facebook Marketplace just yesterday asking about he's got a 3060 Ti for sale.
Oh.
I have a 3070 right now. Like it's a downgrade, but like it's a founder's edition card. So I was like, I'd probably make that swap like just for a while, right? And then I'll buy something else, and then I'll buy this. Like I just love doing that. So for me, I think the laptop was a little bit
Too restrictive.
restricting. But again, so you said you're going
Portable.
to a community college, right? So I don't know if you'll be like living on campus or whatever. So obviously it is really nice to be able to be mobile, right?
Yeah.
And go places. So yeah, I mean, if you don't have some sort of laptop to take to school, to take to class, to do different things, I would definitely recommend that. But if you're talking like you already have a laptop, you just want to know what to do with your gaming computer, I really like my gaming desktop. I like my desktop.
Yeah, I would kind of agree. Laptop is cool if you can manage a gaming laptop for the portability, but like having a nice desktop setup, just if that's where you play and you just have it and you can kit it out as much as you want, and then upgrade it as you need to.
Oh, that didn't work. YouTube.com. LG rollable phone.
Oh.
So the LG rollable phone is on YouTube. All right.
Okay. Yes, sir. This is my real hair. Thank you for asking. I appreciate it.
Sorry, I'm trying to get to chat. We're getting there. Yeah, not a bad selection. Oh yeah. I would always keep a desktop. Yeah, I like that. Oh my gosh, I've watched this guy. That's why they suggested. This guy loves LG. He's a Wing guy. He does like almost daily videos on the Wing, I feel. One of the only guys that does content on the LG Wing. Nice. It looks like he somehow got his hands on this rollable phone, or does he act? Oh yeah. Wait.
He's got something.
Is he gonna open it?
He's got a box. We're getting there. Oh.
All right.
All right. What have we here? Whoa! It's a European charger. Oh, okay. These people. That's not the same guy.
Okay. All right. Show it off. Roll it. Let's go. Oh, come on.
Let me see some rolling.
Nathan says he is living with his parents as its local community college. They have a computer labs there too. So in reality, you wouldn't. Oh, the phone's rolling. You missed it.
What in the actual?
Sorry. I was trying to catch up on chat, and he did it.
Oh, wow. What?
Yeah. There you go.
And it just looks seamless. Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm sure, like,
That's pretty cool.
I mean, I'm sure the screen tech is, like, the exact same thing that'd be in a regular folding phone,
Yeah.
right? Like, it's already
It looks pretty.
bending it. Oh. But, yeah, you'd have to... You would
That's wild.
keep your desktop too as well. Was kind of thinking if you like it or not, but yes. Yeah. It's super weird.
That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, to be completely honest, this looks fantastic.
That's pretty wicked.
Compared. Oh, yeah, so the screen just goes to the back of the phone when it's
okay.
rolled in. So it just rolls to the back of the phone. That's awesome. Yeah. Dude, give me this phone, right? Oh, I hate the fact that LG went under. Like, I feel like they made such good phones. Like, all their phones are so nice.
That is wild.
Right?
That's pretty cutting edge.
This,
Oh.
like, if somebody released this, I would buy this right now, right?
Yeah.
Like, this, over a folding phone, I would buy this 100%. Because, like, we were just talking... Dude, can you imagine having that screen on the back of the phone right now, so that you can use the main back camera as your selfie camera because there's a screen on the back.
Screen.
Like, it's perfect.
All right, that's pretty next level.
Right? Ironically, your first phone was an LG. Awesome.
Hey,
I
nice.
mean,
I had the LG Xenon when that was a thing. That was like 20 years ago.
I was like, I don't know if my first phone was an LG, but I definitely had I know I had an LG flip phone.
I think my first phone was a Racer.
Yeah. Nice.
Shout
Oh,
out.
no. My first, I actually had a StarTech. I don't know if you're familiar with that. That was no screen on it other than 10-digit numbers type of thing. I had one of those. Remember the LG flip phones? Oh, absolutely. I actually have one upstairs if you want me to go get it. Yeah, I have a lot of old phones upstairs. They're pretty crazy. Let me loop this. Replay. Yeah, so but they made some just crazy good phones. You remember when the video came out? You were shocked, yeah. You had no idea LG was this
far.
They
apparently, me too, man.
Yeah,
they
right?
are really on the bleeding edge of this stuff, I guess.
Yeah, and I mean, I can't imagine that's why they died out, right? I have no idea why. Because they used to make so many good phones.
Right.
I actually have another LG phone on my wish list. So whenever I find it, I want it's the LG Flex.
Oh. It's like a bendy phone?
So it doesn't bend, it's just curved.
Okay.
It's literally just a curved phone.
Oh, geez.
That doesn't even show it do it justice.
It's just always bent?
Yeah.
What if I unbend it?
It would break. Yeah. See,
Oh
it's
no! I think the old iPhones used to do that. If you overheated them and you put them in your pocket.
See, there you go. That's a better shot of the curve. It's actually
That is
it is curved.
unique.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So this is this is one of those on my wish list. When I just either have some money that I can burn, or I see the right eBay listing. I'm gonna get one of these. Both were LG before I went to an iPhone. Yeah, you had one before your smartphone. Yes. We all have Discord. I have Discord.
I'm not unfortunately involved in Discord yet. This man is definitely in the Discord.
Yes, I have Discord. I don't have my own Discord server or anything like that.
Oh, we need a DevonDoesTech.
I've thought about it, but there's too many Discord
It's a
servers.
lot, right?
I find I hate that everybody has to create their own Discord server, and I get it. If you get big enough, right?
Sure.
If I knew that I could create a server and have 1,000 people in there, I would create my own server. But I just know that I would create my own server, and 10 people would join. And the thing is I'm already in other Discord servers with these 10 people.
Yeah.
I don't need to create my own.
The time will come for the.
Yes. Oh my gosh, Engage is on my list as well. I have a list. Do you want to see my list of phones that I want to buy? Oh my gosh, where'd it go?
Engage.
Where is it? Phones I want to get. Here you go.
Ooh.
I need to do this as well. So here's the list of of phones that I actually really want to get.
Well, there we go.
Engage is on there. LG
Yeah, it
Flex.
Some kind of flip phone.
Yep.
Or folding phone.
Yep. Yeah, so I would like an Engage, but the last time I looked on eBay, those things were close to $200. Nah, I'm good. I finally just bought one of my Windows phones back. Is the white Lumia 1020 with the insane camera on the back. So I finally bought that back. I found a really, really, I feel good price. Again, most of those I feel are listed at $200.
Yeah.
So I found a used one that was a little bit it was only $60. I was is it gonna be really crappy? And I looked at them. It looks like they replaced the shell.
Oh, wow.
It looks like it's in perfect condition.
Oh,
so
excellent.
I am very okay with that.
Heck yeah.
You can tell you off screen why LG stopped with phones. Oh. I haven't even looked into it. I Probably should.
Uh-oh.
I would be very interested. That's
Curious.
Yeah, that is some interesting. I'm sure there's, millions of different reasons, right? But
We got some insider info right here.
yeah, absolutely. I would be very interested in that. It'd probably just make me more sad because, again, I just miss LG phones. Like, they just had great phones. They had some awesome phones, and I miss them. But, yeah. Is there anything that I should add to my list here?
Ooh.
I feel like it's a pretty decent list. I know that I'm not ever going to get all of these, but the N-Gage was cool, but you opted for your PSP instead. Yep. Yes, I had a PSP too.
I
for
love
sure.
the PSP. That was underrated.
It was so
I think,
good.
as a console.
Yep. Dude, yeah,
they had the PSP
okay.
phone.
So, and that's actually weird that I don't have Sony Xperia on this list because I was also this close to buying the new one, whatever it is, the like was it the Xperia 5 V1 or something? Or there's 5 and 1 in there. I don't remember if it's the Xperia 1 V5 or it's the Xperia 5 V1. Either way, I was really close to buying that. But after watching a ton of reviews, I think I'd really, really like the form factor because Sony's always made the like taller, longer phones, and I really like that. They also make them very similar to like this, where they're like the flat backs, the solid sides.
Hello?
So like I really would like to use one of those, but then everybody's talking about how, again, it's not it has an amazing camera on it, right? Because it's a Sony camera, but
They have their own OS?
I don't know. I'm sure they've got some
I don't know if they use Android,
weird
right? I feel
stuff.
like they do.
Oh yeah, it's definitely Android. I'm sure
it is?
it's a
So-
version,
all
whatever.
right.
But what I heard with all the reviews is like the camera is insane, right?
Yeah.
Camera's so good, but you have to know how to use it and all of the manual
okay, so
settings.
It's
it's not like you have to actually twist the lens.
Sure,
You just
but
have to like
know
the manual settings to get the best shot available. And especially with my phone, I'm not interested in doing that, right? Like I want to take my phone out,
Just click,
take a picture.
yeah.
I want the best picture out of my pocket. So that's why I have not gotten an Xperia phone yet. But I've heard amazing things. Would love to play with one.
Yeah.
I just haven't been able to justify it for myself yet. That's one of the reasons why I love this YouTube channel to take off, so that I can just buy all of these phones and not have to
It's like, hey, this
just
is...
talk about them. I could have them.
Yes.
You were thinking about the iPhone 15 when it comes out once you pay off your 13 later this year. Yeah, like I was telling Jafar already, the only way I'm interested in an iPhone at this point is if it needs to have USB-C.
Yeah.
But to be completely honest, I'm not interested at all until they start opening up even more. Like, I have a love-hate relationship with Apple. I love them because they know how to run a business. It is incredible.
Yeah.
To be able to make people buy a different charger that's worse than a USB-C charger, but to make the people are paying more for that.
They're brilliant.
They're insane.
They're brilliant.
It's an insanely brilliant company.
Yeah. As an end user, sometimes it makes it a little
It is the worst thing
You
in
have
the
to
world
really
for
buy
the
into
consumer.
that to
Yeah,
be-
like it's terrible to be able to, the fact that they just force you to buy all of their stuff. You need an Apple Watch to go along with it. You need a Mac to go along with it. You need an Apple TV because that's the best thing for you. And like, I also get it from like the continuity side, like continuity side. Like, yeah, they're able to make that experience work
And it
best,
works,
right?
yeah.
But gosh, dang, it's so expensive.
I know.
And like,
you can't just get one thing. You gotta like.
yeah,
dive
you
into
got to
the-
get all of it.
Gotta be really
so
ready to-
I really have no plans on doing almost anything Apple until they get at least a little bit better at that. Like, again, there's no reason they should not have USB-C. There's no reason. Zero reason.
It's only to sell more.
It is. Yeah, it's to make more
And,
money.
I mean,
so like that's like the first step, right?
Yeah.
And there's no reason why they shouldn't have enabled the RCS like messaging standards. Like there's no reason other than to try to get people to want the blue bubble. Like It's
works.
so
It does
dumb.
work. It works.
So dumb. So it's
dumb and
yeah, I
genius at
hate
the
it.
same time.
Yeah, right. Okay. You looked into the Xperia phone. The software isn't there for you. Yeah, and that's where I think you're gonna be like, just because of the amount of phones that they probably sell, the amount of people that are working on the software, the amount of people that are requesting new features of that software, right? Like, it's just not going to be on the same level as some of these other ones. Wait until the 6.9 iPhone, the iPhone 16 Ultra comes out next year. Okay. All right. Oh, 6.9 inch, I'm assuming. Oh. 6.9 inch. So is that like is that some sort of folding phone? I assume 6.9 is I think the standard that like Motorola's flip phone and everything is going for.
Dang, that's large.
Screen size. I like it. The main reason that would keep you from switching to Android would be the group chats. I know, and does it suck? Yes. Is it the end of the world? No. It's for me it wasn't. Like,
right.
I switched and I was like, all right, like we just got to get used to it.
Yeah, you definitely
like
can do group chats with iPhone users.
Yeah, you can
it's allowed,
and
it works just fine.
Chat.
Sometimes the pictures, MMS kind of stuff doesn't translate as well.
Yeah.
But
I absolutely love that Google built in all of the reaction stuff. So you know how like if somebody would react to your message, do like a little thumbs up or a heart or whatever. Androids used to get the text message that said this user hearted your message.
Yep.
Google flipped the script and they said, hey, we instead of waiting for you to use the standard, we just built it into our software. So now our software recognizes when you do that, and now it shows in our software. So you're welcome.
There you go.
Like,
Go like, you know,
everybody is working together,
We'll
and
just
like
take care of it for
yeah,
you.
it's crazy. Caitlin,
hello.
welcome
Hi.
to this stream.
Thank you for joining.
Now that iPhone has widgets, you don't need any more customization.
She's a big fan of the widgets. We had widgets for ages.
Are great. Again, but the other thing is, yes, iPhone has widgets now. They're still not on the same level as the Android widgets are.
Android's had widgets forever.
It's not even that we've had them forever. Yes, they've existed for a decade already, right? But they're better. Like, you're going to get so much usability, customizations. I can make a widget, my whole home screen. I can make it as small as I want. I can do whatever I like, anything. I have been diving into this widget creator app, so I can literally create my own widgets.
Endless
to do whatever you want, to look however you want. That's actually what this what this thing up here is. I made that.
Okay.
So I completely customized it to say everything the way that it says it, the way that it looks, the colors. So it says the actual like weather under that, like all of that information, the battery, the date and time and everything on there, like completely. Hub, my USB hub. All right, we're back. We're back.
Okay.
Sorry about that. Thank you for telling me, though. I appreciate it. I need to just replace this super ridiculously old USB hub. Like I have no idea why. It's not like I'm bumping it or anything. It's just the whole USB hub dies, and my soundboard is plugged into the USB hub. So, all right. So we were just talking. Yes. So as of right now, if you are in an Android and iPhone text message, all of the reactions come through perfectly to Android users, and now iPhone users get the message that says, this user thumbed up, made this reaction to your text message. So, yes. You want Apple to go open platform. So you spend so much time on the Files app on Android. Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, just stuff like that. Like it doesn't make. Oh my gosh. This was another thing. So my daughter has had an iPad for a while, right? And again, that was just one of those things that we had an iPad, so we just let her start using it. But the battery is getting so terrible on it now, and it's about time like we replace it for her. But I was like, I'm just gonna back it up and get all the pictures and videos and stuff off of it. That's not easy. I don't know if anybody's tried to do that recently with their iPhone or iPad, but with an Android, you can just plug into your computer and drag and drop like it's an external hard drive.
Right. No, you gotta iCloud everything.
You can't. Yeah, you can't
you
do that. It was the most frustrating process for me as a tech person. I'm like, this is not user friendly. Like, why? Sure, yes.
Yeah.
Syncing through iCloud might be more user friendly, doing whatever, but like.
Yeah, iCloud. I guess.
Only way to drag and drop is through iTunes.
Yeah, I forgot that was a thing. Still, iTunes is a thing.
Can you drag and drop pictures and videos through iTunes?
Okay, maybe.
And that's the other thing is I don't have iTunes installed. I didn't.
Yeah, I think iTunes is like the file explorer kind of.
Okay. Well,
medium for.
I guess maybe I need to look at it harder. I guess, but then. Yeah, if that
but again,
makes
another
the drag and drop
Apple-specific program.
Yeah, right. Okay, now I need to go and yeah. So I would love that to be a little bit more, user friendly. You need third-party apps to get the basics off of your info. Yeah, they don't make it easy. It's just
we need a phone that dual boots. How about that? Can we get something that has both iOS and Android on there?
I don't want that.
Let's do a dual boot. Let's do that.
Oh.
Let's.
I don't.
Maybe one of these flip screen ones. One screen will be on iOS. One screen will be.
Or
for your chats only, you get iMessage, and then for everything else, you can.
Just go full computer mode. Somebody just put Windows 11 on the Surface Duo, like. It's just a folding phone with Windows 11 on it now.
Yeah.
Now you don't have to worry about transferring your files to your computer.
Sweet.
It's already there.
Apparently, Caitlin says Google Drive can work with iPhone. That sounds anti-Apple. Wow.
So,
okay. I'm amazed.
And originally, I should have probably done it a way like that, to be completely honest. But half the reason I didn't is because this iPad had like almost 100 gigs worth of like pictures and videos on it, right? That I'm trying to just copy off. So I could have done it that way with like uploading to the cloud. I knew that one, it was going to take longer, right? Just to upload everything. But then it's also a second step. Then I have to download it to my computer, then transfer it over to an external hard drive where like,
you could just
why
plug it in and
can't I just plug it in? But no, the other thing is I have to use one of their lightning cables, which is 10 times slower than a USB-C cable. Like it's I just again
false advertising.
They're geniuses. But I hate
invest in Apple
hate
stock
them.
for sure.
Yeah, right.
Definitely invest in Apple stock.
Yeah, I just hate them for how genius they've been. Apparently,
it made them $1 trillion. They have to $2 trillion. I don't know,
exactly.
3. Like, I don't know where they're at now.
It's insane.
They're just skyrocketing.
Yeah,
it's pretty brilliant. They've done a good job there. Can't hate on that.
Yeah, it's crazy. There was an early concept phone that had dual boot, but in iOS mode, it had issues keeping the drivers closed source, and the IPA files would often fail. Current tech makes it impossible to dual boot. Yeah,
well, I'm glad
sure.
you had some info on that.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sure that you'd have to have just separate chips to do that properly, right?
Dang. All right. 2 phones in one.
Yo.
I think that's the only way.
Don't look over here. If I switch to Android, what should I pick? S23 Ultra or S23 Pixel 7? So I think the Pixel 7 is such a good phone right now. It is amazing. It's such a good, from everything from the price to the actual device to the cameras to everything. Like it is, I think, and that is one of the reasons why I was comfortable giving my wife the Pixel 7 because I knew that she was gonna like it. I knew that it's such a good phone. And for the price too, right? Like I could have given her a Samsung, probably would have been about the same, but I really have fallen in love with that Pixel 7. I have a couple videos on my channel about the Pixel 7. Those are the ones that actually did semi-well with me talking about the Pixel 7 and why. So I literally have a video of why I chose to use the Pixel 7, not even the 7 Pro, the 7 over my S22 Ultra. I literally, I had an S22 Ultra. I bought a Pixel 7 and I was like, yep, I'm switching to the Pixel 7. Got rid of my S23 or S22 Ultra. But that was right at the same time the S23 Ultra was released. And I said, also, I'm not going to upgrade this to an S23 Ultra. So there's that.
I've only heard good things about Pixel phones, like throughout the whole series. Like I'm not up to date on the 7 and the 7A, but from you I've heard great things, especially about the 7.
Yeah, they're super nice. The 7 Pro matches pretty well without the Samsung bloat, and it's $400 less. Yep.
Yeah, I can't discount that.
Right. Did they fix the security issues with the Snapdragon chip? I am not 100% sure what you're referencing. I'm not familiar.
Check on that.
Actually, this phone does use a Snapdragon, so I should probably look. I don't know. You almost need like a Windows emulation that can handle emulation on both ends. Yeah, right. You need to do some sort of weird something that just wouldn't jive right with phones, I feel. Nathan, what do you do on your phone currently? General stuff, social media, text, taking pictures every now and then, watching videos.
Pixel could do that.
Pixel is a gateway out of Apple.
Absolutely. Man, she was so close to getting a Pixel. I almost
guess
convinced
what?
her.
I also have a video on that. You want to know the title
She'll
of
have
it?
to talk to your Katie and see.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely. So
what
funny
she
story.
thinks.
Okay. Also, just funny story on so many multiple levels. I also just talked my sister, named Katie, also into just buying a Pixel 7 from her iPhone. And she's really enjoying it too.
We were so close. Her dad got her AirPods for Christmas.
Okay.
And she's like, I'm not.
Which is fine because guess what? Every other platform can use Apple products just fine. Your AirPods work flawlessly on Pixel phones.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's some hope.
Yep,
there.
absolutely. The only
But she also got a new iPhone. So
well, yeah. I think the only thing that probably won't work is their like spatial audio thing.
Oh yeah.
I bet that wouldn't work.
Some software stuff. That's pretty cool.
But otherwise, I mean, like noise cancellation, anything that's built into the earbuds will work just fine. Yeah. I used my AirPod Pros for a very long time with all sorts of Android phones. Never had a problem.
Well, cool.
Okay, but I have a video literally called the Pixel 7. The upgrade your iPhone doesn't want you to know about.
Oh, snap.
It's good. I really think that, and that's what, to be completely honest, I recommend the Pixel 7 more than I do the Samsung, just because I think the Pixel 7 is even a closer like comparison to an iPhone, where like the Samsung is an Android phone.
Right.
The Pixel kind of has its own like feel to it, where it feels like you're in the same kind of thing, right?
It's
like
got its own little vanilla structure.
Yep. Okay, sorry. Let's see. Let's catch up. Yep, you wanting to. You got AirPods. I know, right? It's one of those things. You did try one out, even the Pixel 7 Pro, and you weren't a huge fan of the big phones. I feel like you could daily a big version of the S23 Ultra or the 7 Pro phones. Yeah, actually, one of the big reasons why I love the Pixel 7 over the bigger phones is, like my finger. I say this a million times. I have thick fingers, but I don't have long fingers. Like I have big hands, but they're not like long.
Yeah.
So
it takes up the screen.
So the Pixel 7 is like perfect size for me. I love that size. It's big enough that you can see it, but small enough where I can still reach 90% of it. You like the One UI more than the Material UI. The Tensor chip isn't good. Other than the Tensor chip is good at pictures. That's undisputed. Talk to Marcus if you have any issues. You would wait until 2025 when Pixel goes with... Yeah, I heard that they were talking about switching the way that they do their chips. I don't know any details, but I mean, I feel like I never had any problems. Like my Pixel 7 was pretty fantastic. As soon as the S23 Ultra came out and everybody was talking about the efficiency and the battery life of that Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 chip, I was a little bit jealous of that because I think battery life is really important.
That's how they get you.
But it wasn't like a deal breaker yet. I still had no problems getting through the day on my Pixel, right? Had no issues. But everybody all of a sudden getting the new S23 Ultra and being like, I got 2.5 days.
I don't charge for days, yeah.
Oh, I want that. Okay, let's see. Your dad just thinks you can't ever make up your mind on if you're going to switch to Android or not. Yeah, I mean, it's it's one of those things. And that's the thing is it's so tough. I've looked at Android versus Apple so many times over the last couple years, and it really does come down to a lot of the ecosystem, right?
Right.
Like if you love your iPad and you're never going to give it up, if you have a MacBook and you are never going to give that up, then it doesn't really make sense to switch to an Android. If you don't have any other Apple products, you might have a better time with an Android. Like you can do all of the same stuff with a PC, a Windows PC now with an Android phone that you can do with a iPhone and a MacBook, right?
Yep,
they have the Windows, phone app, phone link or whatever it's called, that you can do a lot of this stuff. I don't know. It's crazy. It goes both ways though. Jafar's best friends went Pixel, then to iPhone. Oh, absolutely. And and here's the thing. At the end of the day, I would never want to talk somebody into something. Find the device that you enjoy.
Right.
That's the most important thing.
And that's the thing. Like he had the One Touch, and then he had the Pixel, and he really liked all these things. And now he's at the point where he's like, you know what? I don't really care about. Yeah. I just want a phone, and I'm I'm not gonna do anything on it. So I just want it to work. So
whatever you enjoy, whatever you have fun with.
But he only just got it, so we have to. We'll wait on a review from him. We'll have to see what he thinks when he doesn't have a charger, and we all have USB-C cables only. Yep.
Right. Yeah. The Pixel is the iPhone of Android. That I think that's perfect. I think that's what I was trying to say before. Yeah. When I'm when I recommend an Android to iPhone people, I recommend the Pixel.
That's the one.
That's what I was trying to say. Yes, you're correct. The Pixel is the iPhone of Android. You love how fast and super snappy the Pixel felt with its interface. Absolutely, right? Their stock experience is so good, too. That's the other reason why I recommend the Pixel to iPhone people, because you don't get bloat with it. It's
that's the only thing about Samsung and all these branded phones. Yeah, it's a bunch of crap.
They come with some baggage out of the gate, and I feel like the Pixel experience is amazing. Never gonna give you up. Thank you.
Never gonna give you up.
I'm guessing that's your iPhone probably that you're talking to. You don't have anything else Apple except for the iPhone. Yeah, and at that point, I think, again, I'm not necessarily saying that you probably have a better experience with an Android phone. There's just not nearly as much keeping you to an iPhone. That you are going to be missing out on. You would probably have a great experience with an Android. Google software is good with their AI. Yep. You just think that the camera would be better with... absolutely. I think you're probably right? If you took Google software, mixed it with some ridiculous top-of-the-line processors, you'd get some magic happening. How many years of security updates does a Pixel 7 have left? I don't know if they're 4 or 5 years of security updates. Oh, so the Pixel 7s, the 7 and the 7 Pro launched in October. So, I mean, you're still talking probably at least 3 years, 5 years. Okay. So yeah, I mean, you're at least 4 years of security updates. I'm pretty sure. That sounds about right. The Pixel 7a just released... whenever I dropped the video about it in February. Was it February? May. Okay, yeah. So the Pixel 7a was just May. I thought it was newer than that. So again, a little bit different of an experience, but that is if you're really worried about getting the newest, getting security updates. Also, I again have another video talking about the Pixel 7 versus the 7 Pro. I, again, am fully in the camp of the Pixel 7 versus the 7 Pro because they didn't really upgrade anything in the 7 Pro other than you have a telephoto camera lens. Not a huge deal for me. It is for some people. I get it. Bigger screen. If you want the bigger screen, you got to go with the Pro. But for the price difference, those things are so negligible for me.
Yeah.
Like you can
What's
get
the
a Pixel
cost
7 for brand new. They're $499
Oh,
versus
wow.
like the $899.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, I got mine used on eBay. Looks brand new for $300.
Oh,
like,
wow. That's not a thing anymore.
It's crazy. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So again, just make sure that if you want to look at the Pixel 7 Pro over the 7, make sure it's, the telephoto lens and the screen are basically what you're getting. The other camera, 100% identical. The chip inside, 100% identical. The only other thing I think is if you want like the 512 gigabyte model, that's only 7 Pro.
Okay.
I think the 7 only comes in 128, 256.
Okay.
Again, not.
I mean, it has an
not-
expandable ST, I'm sure.
No.
No, it doesn't? You can't. Oh, well, never mind.
Jafar using
Is that not a thing anymore?
Hasn't been a thing for years.
Oh, man. They're taking everything away from us. Man.
You just need to stick with your Note 9.
Jeez. Well.
Pixel 7 is a beautiful. Yeah, I actually struggled with the Pixel 7 for a little bit. I really like how they look. They're really, really nice phones. But I actually, for work before, always had 2 phones.
Yeah.
And the camera bump on the Pixel 7 made it so uncomfortable to carry 2 phones in the same pocket that I really, like, it bugged me for a long time. So now I feel very glad that I don't have to carry 2 phones anymore, and I don't have to worry about it. Not that I'm using the Pixel 7 anymore, but
Oh man.
will they be releasing a Pixel 8? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to be probably in that like October fall timeline.
We do. Ooh,
Oh, sorry.
Got a fun question
Did I
here.
miss something?
What is your dream feature or one that you could add to your current one? Well, I'm going to go to expandable storage and the removable battery. I don't know if we talked about that already, but we were talking about it earlier. Is the thing that I miss the most. I wish I could just remove my battery and replace it.
I don't know if I've ever thought about this.
It's a fun one. Dream feature. Could be all kinds of crazy stuff.
Oh man. I really love my LG Wing. If I were gonna add something, like I would want something like that, some form factor that I know that I'm gonna use. Honestly, if I could upgrade that LG Wing to a newer,
Just a more
faster
current-
chip,
yeah.
I'd be using it 100%.
Dang.
Like 1,000,000%, I'd be using that phone. So I would say a different form factor. So whether it's like the LG Wing, whether it's that unrollable thing, like that looks amazing. I just don't think that the folding is right for me. So I think I would use something like that more. So I would probably pick. Also, the pop-out camera makes
Crazy.
so much sense.
That's crazy.
It's why worry about having a hole punch?
I know.
Like, why do it?
It does look nice.
But I think another feature is if I could just get like any random phone with a screen on the back, or just put the main camera on the front, or like give me I find myself using my front camera a lot more often recently, like filming videos and just taking pictures with my family and my kids and stuff, right? So like having the ability to use my main camera, the best possible camera I can for that kind of stuff. So again, I think that probably plays into the different form factor, right? Give me some form factor, which is probably the flip phone, right?
Yeah.
The new Motorola that's out.
Like that.
Give me a form factor that I can use the best camera possible
And see.
all the time.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh my gosh. Okay. Where were we? Well, so the Pixel 8, yes, is coming.
Yes.
There's rumors. There's leaks out there already. You can find them. I can send you them if you want. Sweet. I might wait. Okay. Around October, probably. My Google person won't give me any details on it, though. They say it's a big change. So somebody leaked some Pixel 8 Pro like stats, like some specs a couple days ago, I feel like. And it was one of those people where everybody's like, oh yeah, he's one of those reliable people. But there wasn't really anything that I saw out of it that was like crazy. I think the one thing that was probably the best is they were talking about it being an ultrasonic fingerprint reader instead of the like capacitive light based. So it's what like Samsung and stuff use. The fingerprint reader on the Pixels is not the greatest. The good thing is it has gotten better as time goes on. When I first got my Pixel 7, I disabled it. It was so bad. And then they finally came out with some updates, and then it was usable for me at least. Gives you plenty of time to pay off your iPhone 13. Yeah, I think we're going to see some really interesting phones coming out. Once it's paid off, you can use it as a full credit towards the next phone. Absolutely. You think the EU is... Yes. So we actually were just looking at that. That was one of the things that was on our bullet point list to talk about was they just passed in the EU the like whole right to repair thing. So yeah, I didn't look into details about what that actually entails and what it is when it's taking effect, when it's really going to start taking,
yes, that is
we're going to start seeing stuff. But
I'm excited for the possibilities there.
I assume that the second that kind of thing happens, every single company's like, okay, let's start planning, let's start figuring it out. Yep. Yeah, it might be 2 years or something, but they're working on it, right? Removable battery is underrated. Yeah, no, I don't think it's underrated. Like everybody knows.
I want it so bad.
Everybody knows how good it is, how important it is.
Still underrated.
LG V10. Yeah, you would look into the 8 this year. Oh yeah. Removable batteries would be a huge win for electronics waste being cut down, right? Yeah, literally. That's the reason why I got my wife to try the Pixel 7 because she had an iPhone 12 and she was barely getting through like half the day type of thing. We went out, to the zoo a couple weekends ago, and like, yeah, she took it out to take some pictures, but like that was it, right? It's not like she had it out the whole time. She wasn't scrolling TikTok. She wasn't taking videos. She took it out to take a couple of pictures, right, at the zoo. And like on the drive home at like 1-2 o'clock in the afternoon, it was dead.
Oof. Yeah.
Like you didn't even like power use it. Like and that was just normal, right? But so yeah, I was like, you just need to get a different phone in general because the battery it's gone, it's dead. So yes, removable batteries I think is going to be a huge win. Now, what's Face ID like on the Pixel 7? Is it good or meh? Okay, so I also disabled the face unlock because for me it was too good.
Oh, too good.
So it was always one of those things where I would take my phone out of my pocket, like look at the time or something, or like glance at it. It would unlock, and then I put it back in my pocket, and it's on, and it's taking pictures. It's doing whatever, right? It's doing its thing in my pocket, and so for me it was actually too good, and I disabled the face unlock on the Pixel.
So it works. There you go.
Yeah, I mean it worked. The one thing that I did notice though, it was good in the right conditions. When I was laying in bed at night with all the lights off, unusable, where like Katie could use her iPhones in some of the same situations. So yeah, well, and it's crazy. So I don't know. So talking about so Nathan, you're still getting some good battery out of your iPhone 13. It is weird because like I talked to other people. So my sister, who I just talked into getting the Pixel 7 as well, she had an iPhone XR.
Yeah.
And I said, "Oh my gosh, is your battery like terrible?" And she's like, "No, I don't have a problem with it."
Yeah. Caitlin's parents also had. Yeah. I don't know if I'm allowed to say how old the iPhone was, or like Apple will come at them. Like, yeah. I was like, "Ooh, I don't think Steve Jobs would let you have this phone," but it worked perfectly fine. Yeah. The software was fine. It did surprisingly somehow work.
We just upgraded Katie's parents from their iPhone 8s.
Yeah.
Because they liked the button.
Yeah.
But I told them, I'm like, hey, here's the thing. You're officially out of security support. Yeah, so then they were like, okay, we should probably upgrade. But yeah, they didn't want to get rid of their buttons.
Dang, I forgot they used to have buttons.
Yeah, right.
That was cool.
All right, but I know with the Pixel, it'll last a lot longer. I mean, to be completely honest, I don't think that the battery is gonna last longer in any device. It's probably how you use it for the most part, but then that's the reason why this whole right to repair thing passed, though, is because right now batteries are consumables. They are going to die. They're going to get worse over time. So that's why they passed all these laws. They're making it so that people should be able to replace the battery because they know that it is going to die. Yeah. It's just like a car, right? Like you should be able to replace the battery in your car without having special machinery, right? Like yes, you can replace the battery in your current iPhone, but you need a warming plate and you need the special machine to break the glass, and then you need to re-get your own adhesive to put it back together, and like you can't reasonably do it. So yeah, I mean I'm not saying that like I don't know if a Pixel battery will last longer than an iPhone battery in general, but it's they're great at this point. You think the EU was trying to get Apple to... Yes, they are. And I'm pretty sure they enacted the USB-C thing too. I think it's 2025 or 26 that they have to get it done by.
Nice.
All right. Yeah, and that's why I was... But they did it before the launch of the 14, because that's what I was looking for the 14. I was really excited. They were going to have USB-C now, but they didn't. Yeah, but it's 100% coming. They have to do that. So hopefully that's with the next phones here. But, yeah. The Face Unlock isn't accurate as Face Unlock. I think the problem with batteries is their current technology inside of them with the lithium batteries is outdated. New tech is the way to go. Yeah, I mean, I think that's, again, another huge thing that is probably going to be a focus coming up is batteries. Like, the next time that somebody releases a phone and they're like, it has 3 days of battery, right? Mm-hmm. Instead of a day. That's going to be a game changer, right?
Or just remove the batteries, and then I'll have batteries
or I mean, yeah, that too, right? Or if you could just say, like, yeah, our phone, you can do exactly everything just like normal. It lasts 7 days, right? Like, how big of a game changer is that, right?
Huge.
Crazy. All right, basically the blurry pictures from iPhone and the ability to do group chats are the main concerns for me. But as long as they're not a huge deal, I'd have no problem switching.
I mean, for like the pictures, we definitely use like WhatsApp also. If you send it, I mean, it's only for like the group messages where the MMS will be kind of funky, but if you send it directly or from like WhatsApp.
I just know that like if I need to send somebody with an iPhone like a video or something, I upload it to, I just have the auto backup, to OneDrive that I just, it's uploaded. Here's the link. Just go watch it that way. I know that. And to be completely honest, I still do that with Android people too. If it's a big video, like you're going to do that anyways. That's how, Google will automatically do it. If you try to send too big of a video, it'll just send here. We uploaded it to Google Drive for you. Here you go. If you want to get better battery life, you need to tweak developer options heavily, I'm guessing. It's not ideal for most users. They have until next year to go to USB-C. Okay, cool. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it's definitely coming for sure. It'd be so surprising to me if it's not in this 15. Because let's be honest, how hard of a change is that? Like,
if they want to do it, not.
It's a different. If it's a different port, like that can't be that difficult to swap out that port on. It's not like it's bigger. It's not like they have to redesign their phone. Oh yeah, we have to cut the whole like a quarter of a millimeter differently. Like, but come on, like it can't be that difficult. You can't tell me.
If they want to do it, they could make it.
Yeah. Sent me a friend request on Discord bot. Awesome.
Hey.
All right. The iPhone isn't good at processing high-res pictures. I would use OneDrive because it is customized for iOS and Android. Yes. I feel very lucky that so I worked for Microsoft years ago, and I got into the Microsoft ecosystem pretty heavily. And it has, not going to lie, paid some dividends switching from phone to phone, switching from these different companies. So, OneDrive and like the Office products and just all the rest of the Microsoft stuff works pretty darn well on a Samsung, on an iPhone, on a Google, on my, just everything.
You use it, it's
so I'm okay with that. Whole different code set for reading. Oh, I missed the message. The iPhone. No, I did read that one. Oh, you're talking for probably the you're talking the USB-C.
Ah.
I mean, sure, probably data, it's different. That, I guess, makes sense.
But they do use USB-C, I thought, on like their...
Yeah, they've got it for
Mac,
iPad Pros. Yeah, all of the MacBooks are all USB-C. Yeah, so it's not like they're not...
they're familiar.
Yeah, they're not familiar with it. Let me copy my Discord. Oh, that's right. We don't have numbers anymore. It is just Meaty-Mitts. That's my gamer tag. So that is my Discord. I forgot. I was like, I'm gonna go copy the numbers because I don't know what the numbers are. There should be a plugin. Okay, I think you're still talking about USB-C stuff. Okay, yeah, cool. OneDrive or Google Drive? Which one would be better to use? More people would have Google Drive since everybody uses Gmail. So again, I think that's a preference thing. I don't think when you're talking about sending links to other people, I don't think that matters like one bit at all. Yeah, so I use OneDrive mostly because I have a subscription to Office 365, so you get a terabyte of OneDrive storage for free. So nice. So I know for $99, instead of getting a terabyte of Google Drive, I get Office and a terabyte of OneDrive storage. So it's like...
Deal.
Yeah, it's really been, that's what I go with. But again, I think as far as like sending stuff to people, it doesn't matter what they're using. Yeah. You would say because it's so very well integrated with Windows. Absolutely right. Like that's the other thing. You can still download like the Google Drive desktop app and stuff, but like OneDrive's just already there. Yeah. Again, it's the ecosystem thing. It just works better. But I think that Microsoft just is doing this stuff well. They were like, okay, our Windows phones aren't doing well. Yeah. So we're just going to make sure everything works for you guys. Right. We're going to focus on the software. So yeah, Microsoft software stuff works pretty well across devices and across platforms. So there's definitely that. Oh. How are you doing?
Excellent.
Good. Do you need another drink or anything? Do you need? I don't know how. I didn't ask you how you were on time. If you need you have a hard cutoff or anything.
Not at all. No, we're just kicking it. I can't believe it's 10 already though. Wow.
I know, right?
Amazing.
This is what happens when chat gets crazy. Like we don't even talk about the things we're going to talk about.
I love it. That's great. It's
Jonathan Talks Hardware is in the chat. If you haven't gone and looked at his latest videos, definitely do so. Jonathan released a benchmark for the 560, right? It wasn't the 580. It was the 560, it's still just one of those great graphics cards. Also, you built a new desk for your brother. That's what it was. That was the newest one. Yeah, 560. Cool. So yeah, definitely go check out Jonathan's videos as well. Is anybody else in here a YouTuber? Is anybody else posting videos? Because I'd love to look at them if you guys are. I'll check after this stream too. But holy crap, it is a wild fox salt. Why is that a disclaimer? Okay. I'm guessing he's asking for you about your name.
Well,
your
it's my
tag.
name. My name is Jafar, not Jafar from Aladdin. Such is the disclaimer. Thanks for joining, Fox.
Jafar doesn't have that amount of drip. Oh my gosh, he's got all of the drip at this
Unless
point.
it's Jafar from Aladdin, he means that guy. That guy is super dripping though, too.
Yeah.
He's got the whole Cobra thing. It's pretty wild.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, yeah. Got those mind control powers.
Yeah,
like, it's pretty cool, right?
Yeah. Genie. It's pretty dripping.
Oh man. Less is more. Yep, gotta love it. Awesome. Well, yeah, thanks to everybody for being here. I appreciate it. This is awesome. It always makes the live streams fun, and just like we were saying, it makes them go really quick. Like when we've got a ton of people in chat talking it up, asking questions, doing all this stuff. Awesome. You sent a Discord request as well. Jafar, if you could customize a design for the back of a phone for a special edition, what design would you create?
Oh my goodness.
That's a good one.
That's a fascinating
question. Are you an
I
AI?
know. I was going to say I need
That's
AI.
like one of those questions we would get from ChatGPT here.
I'm going to have to ask ChatGPT to help me design this. It's a fascinating question.
That's a good
I don't
one.
even know. Like just like a design for the back? Like a
I don't know.
creative design? Or is it like the design with the removable back.
Oh, I
The back is removable. Is the design
for a special edition phone?
Is that
What
okay?
would
So it'd
be your
like
theme
a
if you were to
case?
create a special edition like phone?
Let's go with space themed.
Space.
It would
I
be
like
probably
it.
stars and like
Would
a
it be
galaxy.
like the clear like glass like this phone, and then like have stars and
Some
like a
speckle I like that idea. Yeah, something
Yeah.
like that.
like old
That'd be
school
sweet.
like Game Boy
I like
Clear.
what that back does. Like
Yeah.
it'll be like a
It's
sun,
pretty cool.
and it gets brighter as you charge it.
Yeah, there you go.
Something like that.
That's cool.
Lovely question. Thank you.
Yeah. You're just crazy in a good way. Yeah, well, these questions are
That's
fantastic.
an awesome question.
I actually had what I think was literally my ideal phone, but I couldn't get it to work.
Oh no.
So I bought an Oppo. It was a Reno 7 Pro. It was a League of Legends special edition.
Okay.
Again, I have a whole nother video. Actually, I think I have 2 or 3 videos on that. Super cool phone. Again, it was very like, it felt like this. It was the flat back, flat glass, flat sides. But it was a League of Legends edition. It wasn't like over the top, like this is a video.
of Legends.
It's not a video game phone. It was very subtle.
Tastefully done.
But the colors were amazing. It used like the aqua blue and pink on it. It had not like this where it has like LEDs around the. Oh my gosh! Let me just do
This
this.
sounds cool.
I don't think I put it in this playlist. Let me just go.
Oh snap!
That's
We
not
went to the
it.
Yakuza.
I clicked something.
I think it just pulled some.
Okay, that's the phone, but where am I? Oh, here we go. All right, so this phone, so the camera had like, it kind of stuck out a little bit, and it was like the LEDs were underlaid around the camera, and it again just like these really pretty like aqua blue and pink colors together, like just super cool, like one of the coolest phones I've ever had.
That is.
Again, perfect form factor, perfect size for me. League of Legends edition. So this is actually the League of Legends edition.
Ooh.
This was the box that it came in. It's a rocket from one of the characters. So yeah, there's the light. See how it's like underlaid? Like, oh my gosh, like just such a cool
sick.
phone. I love it, and I want that phone back. But because it's an Oppo phone, they make it was a Chinese only ROM. So like I could do some different things with it, but it was I spent so many hours trying to get that phone to work,
It was not.
and it
happening.
it wasn't gonna work.
Dang, that's a bummer.
Yep.
Very cool looking phone.
You also uploaded a video. Oh yeah, your brother's new setup. Yep. What piece of tech would you bring back from the
Ooh,
grave?
Caitlin, what's some?
Let me go get my Windows phone. That
My
100
dad still uses a Windows phone.
No way. He can't. Like they're not
Doesn't
working
exist.
anymore.
Maybe it doesn't exist.
I was gonna
anymore.
say they cut off most support in like
Here's the only
2019.
person I knew that still had
Dude,
one.
I've got mine upstairs now. They're
He did like it though.
oh my gosh.
He's not a
loved
phone
it.
user, but he was like,
Would like that's the immediate. I'm sure I could come up with a couple of other things like
I need to see a tech graveyard
past.
to remember what
Yeah,
all
right?
cool stuff is in
but
there.
that's if I
there's
could
some cool
resurrect
stuff.
something immediately, that's top of my well, either that or LG. Oh, darn it. Would I rather have a Windows phone back or an LG Wing V2?
Oh.
Oh.
Ooh.
Dang, I might actually I'd probably go with an LG Wing V2.
Oh man. It
Because
really
because
gotcha.
Android lets you customize so much. There are like Windows Phone like launchers that you can download and make it, use it like
Dang.
you've got the software. So Aqua Blue reminds you of the band Aqua with the famous Barbie Girl song, which leads me to ask, are you guys planning on seeing the movie this weekend? I am not planning on seeing it.
No, my better half went and saw it without me today, so I don't have to watch it. Thank you.
It's one of those that I would go and see if like my wife wanted. Like I have nothing against it, but I'm also just not a movie person. So.
We've never been to a movie theater together
Really?
since we've been together in like 5
Huh.
years. It's
Crazy.
not one time happened.
Huh.
So we didn't want to break the streak with
Yeah.
Barbie. We'll see if something comes out that's worth it.
You can put Google services on it. Yeah, it's got okay. Oh wait, you're talking about a Windows phone? You can put Google services on a Windows
on the
phone?
Windows 11. Oh.
Okay, I'm gonna need some links for that.
Man, Positive Duality got all kinds of.
Yeah,
fun
I'm gonna have
facts for
to
us
do
today.
some looking because I have not done any looking. To be honest, I just assumed that it was dead. Have you heard about MKBHD talking about a dream phone? What would be in your side? I don't know if I've heard him talking about that. But yeah, I mean, we've talked a lot about phones and what we want in
Removable
phones.
batteries.
Yeah.
Removable Hopefully, if we say it enough times, it'll get
right.
in everyone's head, and then we'll make some. The phone's coming out, guys. We need that energy.
Yeah. I honestly, the phone that's on the screen right now, like this, like I said, this might be my ideal phone.
Pretty cool.
If I again had to pick a phone that like can still exist outside of. Oh, you meant on the League of Phone? Oh wait. Oh yeah. So I did Google services for sure. I couldn't get it to work. Again, this goes into it. It is a long story about notifications and stuff. Randomly lose service is a whole thing.
Oh, man.
I promise. I tried for months and months. I did have Google services on it for sure. LG Wing V2 runs Android and Windows. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that'd be awesome. That would be so cool. Skylax saw Barbie. It was a trip. It was really funny. Yeah. I mean, I would go to it. I would go and see it, but you know, again, I'm just not a movie person. Like I just don't have the desire to go and watch movies for the most part. What is the most amount of storage for Pixel? Like I said, you'll have to double check. I'm pretty sure the Pixel 7 goes to 256. I'm pretty sure the Pixel 7 Pro goes to 512. You'll have to double check. That's what I think. Yeah. Okay. I'm finally caught back up on chat. All right. So the League phone, it was a trip for sure. So the other thing that there's part of me that wants to like experiment with, but the hard part is this phone is only getting older, right?
Yeah.
So the older it gets, the less I want to buy it. And again, so they make a Chinese version ROM of the phone, and they make an international version.
Oh, okay.
Which theoretically, the international version should work better in the United States. I bought the Chinese version because it was like half the price.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm just gonna experiment with that and see what happens. So yeah, I can't find this phone. The international version still for under like $1,000, and I'm like I'm not interested in buying at this point a phone that's getting this old. So it's one of those things. Barbie is not your style of movies, but you watch it anyways because it's funny. Good. I mean that's great. Just knowing that it appeals to a wide audience is awesome. You weren't a movie person as a kid 10 plus years ago, but now you're getting more into movies from that era that you missed out on. Okay, I get it. I can see that. Yeah, I mean, that's one really fun thing that we've discovered about having kids now is like reintroducing them to stuff that, you know, we had when we were kids, right? I'm going to switch this back, I guess. So, yeah, we've definitely brought a lot of different movies to Amelia already just to have her experience them. That's the other nice thing. Like, we don't even need to like go and see new movies because there's so many that she hasn't seen yet.
Oh yeah, the whole world is her movie poster right now.
Yeah, so we talked about that, like going to the Barbie movie with her, and the only reason we still might is just the theater experience, right? Sure. Is fun, but yeah, we're like, I can think of literally like 10 movies off the top of my head that she would have more fun with and she would enjoy more, right? Like. She'd rather watch some, you know, cartoon Barbie movie, right?
All the Disney classics?
Yeah, like
oh my goodness.
Yeah. Do I mess with flashing ROMs? And Jafar, what is your favorite song of all time?
Well, lovely question. Oh, wow.
We did talk about, like, flashing ROMs and
back in the day, I was more cutting
stuff.
edge. When I had the S3, I'd be flashing. Now I'm like, haven't even rooted this phone.
Yeah.
This guy, I'm sure, has done more.
I experimented with it a little bit recently, but... Again, I have such weird phones. Like I can't find different ROMs to run on a nothing phone. I can't find what there's no ROMs that were written for this. That was my goal. Things that I tried with this, but because this uses some Dimensity 5000 chip or something. So again,
No
something that
support for this.
it was brand new in this phone, and it was such a small run of this phone that nobody created anything to do anything with. So yeah, I otherwise that was going to be my go-to with this, was just flash it, use something. But that would also be really frustrating because this phone was built in with so much League of Legends customization.
Yeah.
All of the sound effects were from the
Oh.
game. Every time you plugged your phone in,
It does.
it was like the healing sound
Oh
of
my
your
goodness.
character healing in the game.
That's cool. Where did this
It
come
was
from?
so
I've never heard
cool.
of a phone like this. Like, that's wild.
So every time you had like a text message, like all these ringtones were music from the game or sound effects from the, like all of
That's
the
pretty
icons,
well done, like-
the home screen. There was a couple different animated home screens that would animate from the lock screen to the home page. So when you unlock it, it would go and animate from the lock
All
screen.
game related kind of.
Yeah, all related to the
so
game,
cool.
right? All of the icons of the on your apps were like game related. Like they were showing different
That is
characters
cool.
and different. Like it was so cool. Like
They
so that was
really-
another reason why it was like a last resort to try to flash a new ROM to it. This was like a last ditch effort. If I can keep this phone any way possible, it'll be doing this.
Oh man. Favorite song?
All right,
though,
yeah, favorite
That's
song.
a deep one, man. Because I do love me some music, and so this changes by the minute, like
Yeah.
whatever I've heard recently. But I'll say consistently, one song that I really like, Dead Mouse's Strobe.
Okay.
It's like 10 minutes long. It doesn't drop until 7 minutes into it.
But
But
who's got
it's-
time for that?
I know. I used to prank my friends all the time when we go on drives, and
Yeah.
I'd just plug in my music, and I'd be playing, and they wouldn't notice until like 5 minutes. They're like, "What is playing?"
What is
But
that?
it's just like really, really well done piece
Yeah.
of music. The transitions and the progression of it, really tastefully done.
Yeah.
But I love a lot of different songs, so it's hard to say. But yeah, Nathan is right. My favorite song has no words.
Yeah.
What is your favorite song, sir?
Oh my gosh, that's again, yeah, it changes. I am on. I don't even know if I have a favorite song, to be completely honest. I mean, I could pick a
It's
song.
so hard.
I have the one artist that I'm listening to the most probably right now is Breland. He's a like country
Oh.
rapper.
Oh,
Yeah, so it's like
some genre
it's
bending.
basically like hip hop, but he,
With a country
you know,
twist.
yeah, just some
Okay.
country sounds and different things. So, but
Okay.
I think that's he's probably one of the artists that I've been listening to the most right now. So,
Breland. All right.
yeah,
all right.
I know that. Otherwise, if you want something that's non-country, Connor Price is so much fun
What
to
category would
listen
he
to.
be?
He's also that like hip hop rap like.
Okay.
His stuff is, but it's super like new school. So he found his fame like on like social media and stuff.
Yeah.
So his music is almost like it's tailored more for it's almost like it's a different format. But yeah, it's super cool. It's really fun. It's also for the most part like really clean. And it's just like he talks about some really fun stuff. Like it's really good music. I love him. So
Everything, you guys can't hear it right now, but everything that's been
Yeah.
playing has been awesome so far.
Yes.
This playlist has been killing
I
it.
apologize.
I try not to get distracted. I'm like, ooh, there's some good beats
yeah,
playing.
you guys are listening to the royalty free stuff. We are listening to some other music.
Yeah, it's good stuff over here.
All right, I got lots to get caught up on here. Your favorite movies are the Fast and Furious, Venom, Venom 2, Godzilla, Transformers, and stuff like that. I have always been a Fast and Furious fan from the beginning.
Man, I
Love
haven't
them.
caught up to
Oh,
Fast
yeah, I'm
10,
definitely
but
not caught up, for sure.
The Skyline from the original ones. Oh,
Yeah,
man, that's one of my
right?
favorite cars ever.
Yeah, and I think that comes from growing up and like getting my first cars during the Fast and the Furious
and I'd be
era.
playing
Like,
Need for Speed. Oh man, I really
Yes,
loved.
dude, right? For sure. You want to get into collecting movies more, especially on Blu-rays or 4K. If you want to get into anything like that, my brother-in-law, who is on a lot of my streams, he is the movie person. He's got a massive movie collection. He can tell you anything and everything you ever want to know. So come back next week, and I'll try to get him on here. You don't know about the new Barbie is for Amelia. That's another thing that we actually talked about. Katie said she did some research, and a lot of people were talking about the Barbie movie being
it's a nostalgia movie, so it's for like the people
yeah,
that were in the 90s and growing up with it.
Well, and what she read is it's not necessarily like adult-themed content in like the typical things you think about, but just in a lot of the topics being like, she said it was like government and like ethics and that kind of adult content, not like the guns, violence, sexual content. So she was like, from what she's reading, it might not be even for kids. Thank you, Mattel. It was made for you. Good. That's so cool. You have a nothing phone. Yes, I do. I actually really like it. It's a lot of fun. Again, mostly just I have never recommended somebody to buy the nothing phone. I love it though, because it's weird. It's different. It's fun. That's it.
Yeah.
That's the only reason. It's different.
It's part of being an enthusiast.
Yeah. Like I've never recommended anybody else. The Nothing Phone 2, I think really has, now that it's got like those updated specs, the flagship stuff, like I think it really legitimately can compete with these other phones. And I think that it's going to be, a phone that people could buy and have a fine time with. But yeah, I mean, I don't think there's any reason to buy this phone over the others, other than it
has a crazy flashy back.
Yeah, it's really cool.
I like the look of it. Actually, it's a very
fun.
nice looking phone.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I think to be completely honest, I wouldn't get like this phone for my sister, right?
Sure.
I would let Katie use it because I'm standing right here next to her, right? Yeah. I would not probably get this phone for my parents. Like they're gonna have a better time with their iPhone or a Pixel or even a Samsung, right? Just because it's more standard. They're just gonna
they won't get the
use it
out of
better,
all the...
right? Yeah. Yeah, the strobe is great. It's good for workouts.
Yes.
Oh, strobe! I thought you were talking about the strobe.
Back
nothing.
To the song. Heck yeah.
Sorry, y'all. You listen to a lot of hip hop and rap. You're a new metal, hard rock, classic rock person. I can definitely get down with some rock. But you like more of the 80s and 90s hip hop as well.
Hip-hop. Oh yeah.
Some early 2000s stuff. I don't mind the newer stuff, but I'm not as big into that as a whole. Yeah, I would feel
that, I think.
I actually, to be completely honest, if I had to pick one genre of music, 80s hair rock, 80s hair metal. Absolutely, 100% best music.
Was there a gym
to exist.
idea involved? What was that?
Oh my God, I think we did.
What was it? It had a great name. It had a great name. I just can't remember what the name was.
So, story time. Jafar and I, on our lunch breaks at work, used to literally brainstorm any way that we could to create a business to leave our current job.
Anything fun. There was a lot of fun topics there, and there was you had a great name for a hair metal themed gym, and I'm just trying to remember what it was called.
Guns N' Roses, because you got Guns
and Bros.
Guns N' Roses, was it? You could probably do something on like Guns and Protein or something yeah, that's a good one. Yes,
I love that.
I absolutely love that. Is one of the reasons I wish I was born like 10 years earlier or 20 years earlier, so I could have my life would have been probably so much different and full of drugs if I was,
in the
alive in the 80s, like with that music. It was
a fun era.
Yep,
definitely
for
some good
sure.
tunes.
Holy buckets! I just had a bunch of messages.
Wow.
Load in.
Somebody's getting filtered. Are you saying bad words?
What happened?
Someone said, I don't know, some of my messages aren't going through.
Okay, I need to catch up.
That's for
some of your.
It might be for Devon after.
Which ones aren't going through? So luckily, I can see all of your messages because I'm looking at OBS. Jafar, if they're getting blocked, nobody else is seeing them. I'm seeing everything. So I mean, the only one that I see but I don't know if they were blocked or not. So I'm at least reading them. Hopefully. Okay, hit or miss. Your favorite song just changed this year. It was Cult of Personality by Living Colour. It's now Psycho by Red Velvet.
Okay, I'm going to have to listen to both of these.
I was going to say, I can't say that I'm familiar with either of those.
Listen to both of these.
You're giving Apple another chance since you switched away from an iPhone 3 years ago. So you're going to get the new 15 Pro Max. As long as it's got USB-C. Do you have the Nothing Ear 1? I actually have the Nothing Ear 2.
Whoa!
That is what I upgraded from my AirPod Pros.
Okay.
Wow. They're great. The only thing I've noticed, and again, something that everybody is noticing, is battery life isn't like great on them. It's unfortunate how often I'm actually like sitting at my desk, and like I've apparently had them in long enough that the battery's dying. So the good thing is, the case has a couple charges in it, right? Like those things charge up super quick. Like you can't expect the battery in something like that to be so small. But yeah, battery's not fantastic, but it's, again, not the end of the world. It's still a couple of hours. It still should be long enough to do whatever you need to do that you can take a break for like 15 minutes to charge them back up a little bit, right?
The Nothing Ear. I just like the name.
Yeah.
It's a great name.
All right, you listened to a lot of rap that came out from the 70s till now. Guns N' Roses by Juice WRLD.
Oh, wow, that's a new age one.
I mean, unless it's bass-heavy stuff, I'll listen to it as I'm a bass head. Absolutely.
Nathan
Still
Wells has
have
some excellent taste.
Yeah, I have dual 10-inch subs in the back of my car. I don't even remember how big the amp is. I think it's only... I feel like it's only a 400 watt or something. But again, this is one that I bought. I actually was talking to Katie about this. She was asking me like when I was going to get rid of them.
Oh no, we need the trunk space.
I told her that I'm like, you realize that those subwoofers in my car are outside of like some of the nostalgia things from like when I was a baby, right? Those subwoofers are some of the oldest things that I own.
Like
I've had those since I was like 15.
Like, yeah, when you first start driving, it's like,
Yes.
this is part of me now.
Yeah, and not that like literally those exact subwoofers.
Yeah.
Like I've carried them with them and brought them into every single car that I've owned.
Oh my goodness.
I'm like, I don't own, again, other than like, oh, I have my childhood teddy bear from when I was a kid, right? Like that's older.
Sure.
But like things that I bought, I don't own many things that I've owned as long as those
the
subwoofers.
subwoofer's old enough to get a license and drive itself.
Yeah,
It's part of the family now.
It's crazy. So I'm like, yeah, I don't plan on getting rid of them. They're also not functional at the moment.
Oh, no.
Because I'm pretty sure it's my janky wiring in the back of the radio.
Always,
And because I put them in myself. I don't let anybody else touch them. But that doesn't always get the best quality out of it. So I'm pretty sure I just needed to rip my dash apart again. And the thing is working from home now, I don't drive, because that's also our secondary car. If we go out and drive as family, we've got a minivan for that. So I have them in my car, and I like actually have to schedule, like put on my calendar, like go and drive the car.
Keep it
like,
going.
Yeah, just so that I drive it like once a week type of thing, just to keep it going.
That is some work from home
for the
problems.
most part.
I love
Yeah, it is. You heard it's pretty good besides the battery life. Okay, and now we have no idea what we're talking
I think
about.
that's another
The ear.
ear.
Yeah. Yeah, they're fantastic earbuds. Amazing. I love them. Sound quality is great. I was really, really nervous to switch away from my AirPod Pros because
Pros are awesome.
they were so good.
Very nice.
I love these Nothing ear 2. They're fantastic. Noise cancellation is great. I really haven't played with. They talk about this feature where you can have them dual connected to like your PC and your phone, and it'll smart switch between them. I've not done that for a couple of reasons. One, I don't feel like I need that yet, but also they say obviously that takes more battery from them. So I'm like, I don't need to. I'd like to save the battery for the most part. But yeah, I love them. They're awesome.
Okay.
This is your fourth stereo. You started with a 250 watt system in your first car, moved up to 500, and now you have a 600. Yeah. So I actually will go down that like rabbit hole of YouTube videos like every couple months.
Car audio.
I
love it.
Yep. I could do that for a long time. Actually, wait a minute. Maybe it's your fifth. You had 2 in your RAV4 in high school. Nice. Silverado Camry and your Accord. Yeah. I mean, I was told by Katie that I could not put subwoofers in the minivan, but I get it.
That trunk space is too valuable.
It is for
You
sure,
need
for real,
it, especially with 2 kiddos, 2 little babies. Yeah. Yeah, I feel that. I feel that.
Awesome.
When my first car, I did have a setup. It was just a humble 1 10-inch, actually 1 12-inch, and it was like a 250 300 watt sub.
Yeah.
Me and my brother wired it. I think it lasted for like 2 months before it shorted.
Oh no.
And then I never replaced it. And
Yeah.
the car I'm in now was my dad's car, and I'm like, I can't touch that. So no.
Did
car
you
stereo.
see my car? It's Katie's grandma's car that we inherited.
It's got a beautiful that cherry paint.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's a 2004 Buick LeSabre.
Ooh.
Amazing car. I
Oh,
love it. I
man.
love it. And but
That
yeah,
car can come in and drink with us.
Yeah,
Almost.
yeah. Katie said she's like, just don't tell my mom you're putting subs in that car. Hopefully she's not watching.
Don't rattle it too hard.
It's okay.
Man.
I was very gentle with it. I didn't ruin anything either. Like, let's be fair there, right? Like, I
Yeah.
can take it out, so it's not a huge deal. You wish current day phones had quad DAC technology.
Ooh.
Is that, I assume, some sort of noise
Yeah,
cancellation?
it's like an audio. I don't know. Whoa. Some kind of audio driving capabilities. I don't know.
Apparently, LG had quad DAC.
Dang.
Okay, I need to just say what is, so I... Is a feature that improves the quality of audio output by using 4 digital to analog converters. Okay, cool.
Okay.
It's not noise cancellation.
Alright.
Cool. Yeah, I was gonna say I think the better that phone audio quality could be, like, that'd be amazing, because that's where I listen to like all my
I
music.
think a lot of people nowadays like consume
Yeah.
mostly from their phones.
Yeah. Your dad built the best car audio systems in his cars.
Now we
That's
might need a video
awesome.
rundown of that.
Right?
Check that out.
You can't decide if you get another car, you want to do a hidden stereo or just go all the way and
Ooh.
go for 1,000 watts. I mean, I can see how, like, yeah, saving that space would be nice, and like having just I've also gotten to the point where I haven't upgraded that system just because I'm like, it's good enough, right?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it's
been
loud
working.
enough. So unless I was gonna start going to like shows and stuff or show it off, I definitely don't need any more than what I've got. It's the great sounding experience LG had. Yeah, okay. JL Audio 12
Ooh. Excellent sub.
W7, baby, the ultimate car audio sub. Oh yeah.
That is a fantastic sub.
Jonathan's dad's F350 stereo is killer. He showed you some pics. Nice. That's awesome.
Sounds
Dude,
pretty awesome.
I can only imagine an F350. Jeez. Going down the road, just bumping in your truck.
Heck yeah.
Oh, man. That's good. Yeah. I have had that conversation with Katie a bunch, too, where I was like, if I wasn't doing my current job, I could see myself becoming a mechanic.
Getting into some car stuff.
Getting into cars. And I told her already, I said, that's also my plan for, like, retire project mode. I want to buy a project car or something.
Yes.
Like that's
okay.
at the moment, like that's my goal. When I retire, I want to buy something that I can like
Just work on
rebuild,
and
work on,
just-
do whatever I want with, go all out with it.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah. And honestly, I feel the more that I drive this Buick, the more I'm like, I want a car like that.
Something like
Like, yeah, that I can just go crazy with, right? Like, give it
Yeah.
a new paint job, completely redo the interior, completely,
Gut it, do whatever you
just
want.
everything, and make it a brand new car. And it's just, yeah, I want to
That
do
would
that.
be fun.
Oh, in a few years, you want to get another RAV4. I had a Highlander for a while, and it was a really great car.
Really great car.
Yeah, honestly, the only reason we got rid of it was it was getting old, and we knew that the Toyota had a lot better resale value, so we were like,
Oh, I think I remember your Highlander. Did you
Yeah.
put the Android Auto thing in there? Is that what you the one?
oh yeah, the massive one.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah, that was
like
cool.
a 11-inch.
Yeah, that was
Yes.
wild. That
Yes.
was really cool. I do.
That
like
was
the Highlander is
insane.
awesome.
Yeah, it was a cool car.
Spinners would have been great.
Gosh, you had an LG G8X ThinQ, and the sound quality with high-res audio is unmatched.
Dang.
It felt like it was at a concert. What are your thoughts on VR? Oh, I have an Oculus too,
Oh, okay.
which I think is fun. it's one of those things where it's still hard to like. Well, it might be different for me. I would probably use it more if I didn't have like kids or a family, right? But like, for the most part, my games of choice are short games or games that I can pause. And the VR just puts me into a different layer of can't pay attention. People are gonna get mad at me. Like, I don't know what's going on. Which kids are screaming in the other room. Like, so I probably don't use it nearly as much as I should. It's just, it just adds that extra layer of having to go into the world, do something. But I love it. I think it's fun though. There's so many good games. I don't know if you have.
I've messed around a little bit. I don't have one of my own.
Yeah.
The little I've messed around has been cool. I've not played with it a lot though.
Yeah.
And so I like the idea, but I feel like I'm curious to see where it goes.
Yeah. It's really interesting. I love, again, not that I play any of them, but like there's getting to be more like online games.
Okay.
Things like VR chat, but a game that does like the same thing. So you're playing a game, and like I think there's a lot of really cool things that excuse me, can do that. But I just got that random like tickle in my throat.
Yeah, I'm curious about the potential with VR. Definitely a lot of fun. But yeah, I've not messed with it enough.
Yeah, and so there's a lot of talk about when the Apple Vision was announced, all this stuff about the differences and I've said for a very long time that augmented reality
I think AR is really
is way more usable, I feel.
Yeah, I think the transition to AR would be much easier. Like,
I think that's
and
where
it
you're
makes
right.
more sense.
Yeah.
I think for everyday use, people can. I don't know. I feel like you could use AR kind of stuff, which I guess Google Glasses was trying to do. It was ahead of its time.
Yeah, right.
Too ahead. No one's trying to wear that.
So, I definitely think there's potential for that in the future. Like obviously that's why Apple's doing it.
Yeah.
But
that'll be curious.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how soon like I'm gonna be wearing a headset, like virtual desktop to do my work all day. Like, I just don't think I'm gonna do that yet. I don't know. Maybe that's again just me being weird. Should throw some spinners on the Buick. It would look so good on the Buick.
It would match it very nicely.
I need to get
it's already got that stance.
Some hydraulics in it, get it bouncing a little bit. Like it already bounces. Like it is such a feels like you're driving a boat.
Yes.
When you like it is so smooth. So yeah, I don't even need to know if I need that. Your dad has 4 12-inch subs and 2 amps. And added some speakers on the door, one by the foot space and tweeters in the windshield.
4 12-inch subs is going to rock the crap out of that car.
Crazy, right?
God. Yeah, you can have 1 sub for each passenger. Jeez, that sounds amazing.
Crazy. That'd be fun, putting one under like each seat.
Good Lord.
Like everybody gets the feeling.
Wow.
Your OG dream car is the C6Z. Oh my gosh. See that just... All these messages just came in.
Oh my goodness. Love the Corvette.
Z06 Corvette, the car that got me into cars as a kid.
Yeah.
I think my OG dream car is like a T-top Trans Am.
Ooh.
Like I just don't like the looks of convertibles.
Yeah.
But I love the open air aspect of it. Like I want a car with T-tops on it.
Dang.
Like,
Dodge Viper would be my classic car. I already said the
that's,
Skyline, but the
that's
Viper
like
was...
that's like a elementary school like dream car.
That's what I would.
Okay, a couple houses down, there's a guy that owns one.
No way.
Yeah, it was one of those things where we lived here for like a year before I saw it drive down the road, and I'm like, who is driving in our neighborhood with? It's that guy.
I gotta take a tour when I. Wow.
Okay. Yeah.
Love the Dodge Viper blue with the gray stripes.
Oh yeah, he's got the traditional like red with the white stripe.
I love that.
Yeah,
I love
so
that
good.
car. Such a cool
Neon lights on the bottom. Yes. Your brother-in-law has an Oculus. You tried it out, some roller coaster game. Yeah. So you have to get used to the motion sickness stuff, and some games are different than others. Yeah. And people react different.
I think that's a big turnoff for a lot of people.
Absolutely.
Though. Like I've played racing games and stuff, and people are just not into that.
Yeah.
So, like you get in there and it's like, I'm not.
The only time I had issues was one. when you one of the first games I played was the International Space Station game.
Oh.
And it was weird because you're just floating through the International Space Station, and it was super cool, super fun.
I need to go do
but
this
the
now.
first thing that you do is you like fly through it a little bit, and then you open the hatch, and it's just out into space. And I remember like standing here, going and looking out it, and I went, oh my god! And I almost fell over. Like I had to catch myself.
All right,
right?
that sounds cool.
It was weird. It was
try
crazy.
that out.
Yeah,
I have
definitely.
to try
And I'm
that
pretty
out.
sure that was one of the like free experiences
Oh
too.
my
It's super
goodness.
cool.
Caitlin's dad has one. I'm gonna have
Yeah.
to. We'll have to follow up on this.
The other one that I had problems with was anytime you play like one of the first-person shooter or just a first-person game where you're walking around.
Yeah.
Because as soon as my brain says you're walking, but your feet aren't moving, that's a mess. That messes with my brain.
That's tricky.
Yeah. So that's where I get sick. I got sick with that as soon as I played a lot of one of those games. Where it was walking, so I noticed myself like leaning like this all the time, and I got kind of motion sick doing that. But any other game that it was like a standstill game, I've never had any problems with that. All right, let's go. Originally it was just the C6 Corvette, but over the years the Z06
Love the Z.
has become the car that you want to own.
I love the new one with the mid
Oh,
engine.
the new one
It's-
is
every time I see it on
is
the road,
crazy.
I'm like,
You're like, what kind
That
of?
co- oh, it's
what
a
kind of?
Corvette!
Yeah, you're like, what supercar is
Every
that?
time.
It is.
I love it.
It's really
beautiful.
cool looking. Yeah. AR is more practical for real world and business use. Yes, I agree. VR is more experimental. Yeah, and I see it that way, right? Like your VR unit is closer to like a gaming console or like a gaming computer. Yeah, AR is more a work laptop, right? It's just there to get stuff done. I
Google
can see
Glass
that.
Business Edition. I've never even heard of this.
Yeah,
Oh,
I didn't.
wow.
I was not super big into
Oh
Google
my
Glass when it
goodness.
was around.
Interesting.
You have used it for easy tasks, but
yeah.
for non-commercial use, it's weird. Yeah, and that's I think the hard part that's going to be for all of this stuff, right? Is the software that goes along with it. The applications that go along with it have to match whatever you're doing, right? And that's why I think things like VR are going to excel. Is like training for factory work.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, even medical things.
Yeah, anything.
like
Training,
car
any
mechanic
kind of
stuff,
whatever.
Like,
Yep.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, you don't have to
really
mess
cool.
stuff up, right? That's where it's really going to start to shine. Might show in the DMs the picture and video of the subwoofers of your car audio stuff. Is it 4 subs under the rear seat? That's the only way
And
I
it
could see.
is.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. that sounds.
Car audio fabrication did a F-150 build with 4 10s under the seats. That's crazy. Yes.
Wow.
Okay. They are. Yes, they're under. Nice. You want to build a sim racing rig one day. Man, you should have been here last week. Go back to, or not last week, 2 weeks ago. I had a guy on here that is in an iRacing league. He's got his own full setup. It's pretty crazy. He brought it to the last LAN party that we were at. It was super cool. Full setup. I mean, the only thing that he basically didn't have was like the hydraulic setup to move the seat, right? Like, yeah, but everything else, the full 3-monitor setup with the wheel, the pedals, everything. It was one of those where, you can get like regular gaming steering wheels. Like, this is one of the high test ones. So it will feel like a car, right? It's not just like a controller. It is like a car steering wheel.
Cool.
It is. He's like 100%. He's like, we just need to make sure, like, when I'm not here, if somebody else is watching my rig while we're here, that if you get kids that are too small, like, they need to be really careful, because if they hit a wall, this is gonna break their fingers off. Like,
Yep.
like it's strong enough, like it could break your finger. Like, it's crazy. Yeah, it'll rip their hands off. Exactly.
Must
right.
be 16 plus. to
Yeah,
drive
yeah,
this
it's
vehicle.
pretty crazy. So, yeah, so he talked a little bit about that. It's some really cool stuff. But yeah, he's trying to think. I mean, I can give you like his Twitter, or Discord, or anything. LAN parties are fun. You always wanted to have Mario Kart Double Dash LAN parties. That's awesome. Yeah, so if you stick around here at any point in time, I'm almost always almost always wearing a Casey Game On shirt or talking about Casey Game On in some aspect. I help run a regular LAN party here in town that we call Casey Game On. Big LAN parties, like hundreds of people, all bringing in their PCs, all bringing. So the last one we did, and where we're going to do the next one, is actually down at the Westport, old Westport Middle School.
Oh, what the heck?
Yeah. So they turned it into a Plex Pod, is a co-working space type of thing.
Yes.
So all of the old classrooms are now turned into like offices that people can rent.
I know where this is. I used to live right across from that. Okay,
Yep.
okay.
So we basically went in there and we rented everything that was not currently rented out.
Oh, wow.
So we used the old gymnasium for the LAN party, just people lined up. We used a bunch of different classrooms for different like themed game rooms. So we had one is the VR room where a bunch of people just brought in their VR headsets. People could go and play and do whatever. We had a retro room where we brought all of our NES classics and any handhelds, whatever games we could find.
This sounds awesome.
Yeah, it is.
That sounds like a ton of fun.
We had a bunch of card game rooms, board game rooms. Some people come in and just play D&D all night, all day. And then the cool thing is we have access to then the theater. So whether we're running, esports gaming up on the theater, we did karaoke in there that night, which was a hit. We're definitely doing again. We had a couple panels in there. We had some guys come in and talk about like esports and health. So whether it was like mental health, physical health, nutrition, whatever, it was pretty crazy.
What a cool event.
Yeah. So
Dang.
so if you're in and around the Kansas City area, the end of October. So again, the other nice fun thing is it's the last weekend in October, right before Halloween. So we're planning on doing some costumes and cosplay stuff. It's gonna be a blast.
Nice.
All right, sorry, I need to get caught up on chat again. I just get talking. Some of them are so strong they have kill switches. Yep. Wheel for those wheels. You subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much. This live stream is my first experience with your channel.
Wow.
I'm really interested. Did you find this channel? Was it just on your homepage on YouTube and you clicked in, or how did you find this? I'd be really interested, just so we can work on that. Oh, hey there! Look, Casey Game On is in the chat. Hey, look at that! Welcome.
Someone's ears were burning.
Yes. So, good. So you still have the stream idled. I see. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah. So we do some crazy things, and it's always a blast. So it's gonna be big. So nice. Yeah, let me know. You should definitely stop by.
Yeah, it's very close.
I was gonna say we do. We've been working a couple different tickets. So like, if you want to do like the bring your own computer thing and play all weekend, you can buy that ticket. It's a little bit more expensive, but we also have just a general admission ticket, so you can get in to all those gaming rooms. That gets you into the board gaming stuff. That'll get you into like some of the console tournaments. Maybe. No, I think the Super Smash Brothers tournament we ran also had a $5 buy-in or something. But that gets you into the theater. Yeah. We had a bunch of free play PCs. We had the iRacing rigs were in there that you could play, nice. All that stuff.
Oh man, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's super fun. Casey is the one with the racing rig, right? So the one guy that I had on my stream, his name, he goes by Fast Action. So if you find that stream, all of his information, all of his social media and stuff is linked in the description. So he's the one that owns that rig. He brought it in to let us use for our event, just to show it off and have people demo it, play it. It was super fun. Oh yeah, no Casey Game as the event itself. Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, perfect. You got it all in there. You were watching another person's stream and you saw a tech live stream, so you clicked fast. Oh, awesome. Okay. Nice. All right. Well, that's awesome.
That worked. Wow.
Yeah, triple monitors. Yes. He has triple monitors on that one. I mean, the nice thing is you can set up like any monitors with it, right? Like, I don't even think his matched. They were all just the same size. But again, like sitting down there, I didn't know that until he told me. Like, I was playing, I had no idea. Yeah. And he's like, yeah, it's pretty, it's just standard monitors, right? you can get fancy with it, and you could get like a couple of curved monitors. You could get some of the big ultra wide ones or something. But yeah, he's just got some standard monitors. You had never been to a LAN party except you playing with your 6-year-old brother and 9-year-old sister playing Roblox. Hey, that's awesome. That's it. That's it right there, right? That's the life. That's the LAN party.
Growing up, my brothers were much older than me. They would not let me join in on their LAN parties.
Oh, yeah.
They'd be playing like Ghost Recon and Red Alert.
Ghost Recon.
Yeah.
And that needs a reboot.
Yeah.
Man,
old school.
That's been a long time.
Red Alert 2, like these were, but they'd be using adult language and I was a little kid, so
Right.
I was like, I like video games too.
Yeah.
It was a big
That's
day. One day
awesome.
when I was older, and they needed one more person for Ghost Recon. And I was like, well, I don't have any practice playing this game because you never let me play this, so I
Right.
sucked, but I had a good time.
27 to 32 inch seems to be the sweet spot for triple monitors. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, anything bigger than 32, and
That's a
yeah,
TV.
you're going to be wrapping around really far. Yeah, so he also he does some streaming. Where he's either streamed iRacing before, but he's also streamed like Call of Duty and Apex and things like that. But he's got a whole setup where like it's not a standing desk, but he's got his stuff like on a lift so that he can literally just kind of go like, pop it up and pop it down and lower his seat and plug in the steering wheel and like he's ready to go racing.
Nice.
And so it's pretty cool. So if he's ever streaming, like I'm sure he'd be happy to show it to you as best he can. Have you done a Steam Deck LAN party? You did a few weeks ago. I mean, we haven't done specifically that, but there were people that brought their like Steam Decks. A couple people literally only bring consoles to the LAN party. So it depends on what games you want to play, right? So one of the guys literally just brought his Switch, and he actually had he brought like his ultra portable setup. So he didn't even bring a TV. He brought his Switch, he brought his capture card, and his laptop. So he literally just plugged it all in and played on his laptop screen like this size.
Nice.
He just played his Switch on his laptop. It was
Beautiful
good.
portability.
Yeah. But yeah, I can only imagine we're gonna see more and more Steam Decks and the Asus allies, coming in there, just because. Yeah, I mean it's kind of a pain to bring everything, right? If I could just bring a Steam Deck and maybe like a dock and a monitor just to get it on a bigger screen, absolutely. Where I think we're gonna start seeing a lot of that. Anything bigger than 32 and you're going to, it's gonna be their TVs. Oh yeah, and then as soon as those resolutions that go up, you got to get some power behind it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would be more into console, but I literally haven't touched any consoles since the PS3. I'm just more of a PC guy. Yeah, I mean, for the most part, like 98% of people bring a PC and they game from their PC. But there's the thing is we don't designate like what you can or can't play. Like you can walk in and play a game by yourself the whole time. If you want to bring in like your Game Boy and play Tetris like for 30 hours, like go for it. Nobody's gonna stop you. But yeah, for the most part, it's console games. Anytime we try to get people into those community games, into like different tournaments, again, for the most part, they're going to be PC games, right? Like we're going to play Call of Duty or League of Legends or Apex or Overwatch, which sometimes crossplay works, sometimes it doesn't. If it doesn't work, we're going to err on the side of PCs because there are more PCs there. You bought the ROG Ally and you did the 2 terabyte upgrade. It was so worth it. For sure, right? Like I would definitely want 2 terabyte. When you're downloading games, like they're just so big.
Nowadays they're massive.
Yeah.
Crazy.
2 terabyte is almost, if you want to leave a couple of games installed, I feel like 2 terabyte is like a necessary. At least 1 terabyte. 500 gigabyte is, unless you're only playing one game. So like my daughter, she does have a 500 gigabyte drive in her computer. But that's because she plays Fortnite and Roblox. Like we have Minecraft installed, but she hasn't really got to the Minecraft phase yet. I'm sure she'll hit that.
She'll grow into that.
Yeah. One of these days she'll play it and she's like, this is the best game I've ever played. Yeah. she'll get there, but right now it's Roblox and Fortnite, and so she's fine. But otherwise, I can't imagine using a 500 gigabyte for playing games and downloading multiple games.
Oh my goodness! I just got into video games again. Shout out my father-in-law. He bought an Xbox for himself and then just left it at our house. And so
Nice.
we play with him Call of Duty.
Yeah.
And it's the 512 Xbox One S or whatever.
Yeah.
Good lord, this game is like 250 gigs.
Yeah.
So we've
It's
got that, like
insane.
2 other things installed, and it's like every time we play the
Yeah.
game, it's a new update that's like 50 gigs. We're like, good lord.
Yo.
That is insane.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, 500 gigabytes just
Not what it
really
used to be.
doesn't cut it at this
Not
point.
what it used to be, apparently. Although with Game Pass, it is cool to have like the cloud gaming kind of a thing
Yeah.
where you don't have to install them and you just kind of play them. That's kind of fun too.
Yeah.
That's
I
pretty
love
fun.
Game Pass.
That's pretty
like
cool.
that's another tangent I could go on. I don't use it as much anymore, but it's such a good deal.
It's awesome. He got it, and so I'm like, all right, I guess now I'm playing all these games that I never played before.
Exactly,
I was like,
right?
I haven't played anything in so long.
Again, I talked about like playing short games, playing games that I can pause because I'm a
Yeah.
parent. I don't get very much gaming time anymore.
Yeah.
So sometimes like I'll get a game, play it for an hour. If I do like it and I still only play it for an hour, like, okay, well, at least I
Nah.
still have access to it if I
Yeah.
ever get back to it.
Yeah.
Or if it's every game has a demo now. Like you
Yeah.
can demo it and see if you like it. And then if you don't, you're just, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I didn't spend money on it.
Yeah, that is awesome.
Also, if you did get back into consoles, you would get down the rabbit hole of wanting to collect all of them. Yep, I get that too. I'm lucky enough that I have come to terms with buying most games digitally at this point. I like the convenience of it, but I have since been on a quest to rebuy all of my like childhood games.
Physical.
Yeah.
Oh,
All the NES and Super
Oh,
Nintendo
yeah.
games and all of that kind of stuff. So, which is only getting more expensive by the day. So it's crazy. But I get that. You've been addicted to the analog pocket. Oh, I'm guessing that's one of those like retro
cool.
emulation devices.
Nice one.
Got it in February. It took 17 months for it to arrive. Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
wow.
That's crazy. Jafar, if it's an Xbox Series S, you would get an external hard drive. Oh yeah.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
You just
Shout
can't
out. That is a
play
good call.
Series X games.
Definitely something
Yeah.
we're considering.
The really nice thing about the older model Xboxes like that, you can use any hard drive.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be any of the special ones.
like, definitely doing that.
You just can't play Series X games, but you move them to the hard drive. Yeah, and even today, like, I don't know how many games are being made exclusively for the newer consoles yet. Some of them are
Yeah.
optimized probably, right? But I don't know how
Yeah.
many exclusives there are yet. But again, at this point I'm all PC. I still have an original Xbox One.
Oh.
I still have my day one edition Xbox
Oh,
One.
wow.
Yep.
See, now that, I guess it's been out for a while, this last generation of consoles.
No, just kidding. I forgot. I sold it. But you know what I do have? I still do have an Xbox One. I don't know. The good thing is I don't think Microsoft's watching this, but when I worked for Microsoft, it was during the release of the Xbox One. I got into their beta program, and they
cool.
sent me one a couple months early. And I'm pretty sure when I left Microsoft, I was supposed to give it back. But I still
We'll
have
mute
it.
that part. We're gonna
I
edit
still
that.
have it, and it still works.
Oh, that's cool.
So I forgot. I did sell.
that's
I
cool.
did end up selling my day one edition Xbox, but I still have my beta Xbox,
Yeah.
so we still use that.
I mean, I guess the next generation of consoles must be, like, I don't know, a couple of years away. Like, I don't know how long.
It's got to be
this-
coming
I
quick.
feel like it's almost been 10 years for this like, since
Right?
the PS5.
Yeah,
Not that
it's
long.
not
but
probably 10 years. What was it? Was it what 20? Was it like 18 or 19?
Okay, yeah, definitely
Sorry,
a
I just
handful of
kicked
years
my
at
mic.
least.
Xbox Series X release. Oh my gosh, if I could spell release date. November 2020.
Oh,
So it's
wow,
only
okay. So that one's a
2.5
little bit
years
newer.
old.
Yeah, I guess the original like Xbox One was.
Oh,
like,
yeah, the original Xbox One.
But I guess
yeah.
these are all
so
iterations.
the Xbox Series X is a new generation.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I
it's-
have no
well, it's
idea
very
what the
it's
difference
very
was.
confusing. Let me explain. They came out with the Xbox One.
What?
Then it was the Xbox One X.
Okay.
which was basically the Pro model of that. Then they came out with the Xbox, the Xbox Series X and Series S.
Okay. I think one of those is
And
what we
they
have.
also had the Xbox One S in there somewhere, and like, yeah, it's just a mess.
All right.
Sorry, I probably don't even have it down yet, but yeah, they did not do a good job
Oh my
with those names.
So funny.
Yeah, you really don't see the point in consoles anymore, especially with some of the console-only games coming to PC now. Yeah. For sure. Some people just want to buy something that they can plug. Yeah, that's the thing. Is it's the convenience aspect of it, right? You just know that it's going to work, right? You don't have to hope that it's compatible with your PC. You don't have to hope that your PC is good enough. You don't have to
Graphics
tweak
card.
settings. You don't have to update drivers. You don't have to change settings.
I guess it's that Apple effect. It's like you
Exactly,
just plug it
right?
and it
Yeah.
works.
Yeah, but this is like the good version of that.
Right.
Like, this isn't saying that you need to buy a computer that only plays video games.
Yeah.
Like, this is an entertainment only option.
Right.
Like, but I the way that to be honest, I don't know if I'm gonna buy another like Xbox. Right?
Yeah.
We talked about that when I sold the first Xbox. Like, if we were gonna upgrade and get like the new one. But to be honest, I've been having, when I do play like console games, I've been having so much fun with my Switch
Yeah.
that I've been using that. Like, and I think that is the way that I want to go, because it's so much more usable than my Xbox even is.
The Switch is pretty cool.
I love my Switch.
It's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
if at this point, if it's a console game that is available on Switch, I'll buy it on Switch.
Yeah.
Like, almost no questions asked. Not to mention cheating auto aim. Okay, PC gamer. That is true. You just always been on PC since like 2015. Yep. You, dude, once you go mouse and keyboard, you never go back. Every time we lose in Fortnite, it's always console kids. Yep, you're correct. It is. Always is, those darn kids. You're going to head over to bed tonight because you are tired. I'm getting tired too. Have a good night, Jonathan. I appreciate you stopping in.
It is 11, 12 a.m. Eastern.
Yeah, really, really do appreciate you
Thanks for
stopping
hanging,
in.
John.
Love it.
Shout out
have
to
a
your
good
dad.
night. Yes, already midnight. All right. Yeah, have a good night. You know, I mean, I feel like unless you've got anything else crazy to talk about, it might not be a bad idea to
It's a good stopping
start
point.
wrapping up this stream. 11
Sure.
o'clock is pretty good.
We've covered a good amount of stuff. I
It's
think.
been a super fun stream.
This has
I'm
been
super
awesome.
glad that everybody was here tonight. You got into PC gaming in 2016. We should just play games. It doesn't matter the system. Oh yeah, absolutely. Again, goes back to the phone thing. Like, just get the phone that you want.
Whatever
Get
works for
the one that
you.
you enjoy. Yeah, gaming is supposed to be fun, right? Like, do whatever you have fun with. Play whatever game makes you happy. That's the important part.
100%.
But
Excellent note.
yes. Thank you again so much for everybody being here. Positive, Nathan, Jonathan, Nick, other Nathan, Matt. Who else did we have in here tonight? Cloutshot was in here. We had Negative. I can't find the name.
Yes.
Scarfino stopped in
Oh
for
my
for a couple of minutes and then
that was
left,
a whirlwind.
and then just ditched us.
That was a whirlwind.
Caitlin was in here tonight.
out.
Skylac was in here tonight. Like, Fox Salt was in here tonight. Look at all these awesome,
Love
amazing
all of you. Hope you guys
people.
are all having a great night and had as much fun as we did.
Absolutely. All right. Oh yeah, you just play what you prefer. If you've got a sim racing rig, I'd be hooked on that. Right. That's the other reason I don't want a sim racing rig, because I know I'd probably spend too much time on it.
It's hardcore.
He's the one that collects them, right? Are we talking about the racing rig or collects movies? If you're talking about collecting movies, that is my brother-in-law, John, not the Jonathan that is in chat tonight. I hope that helps, but let me know if it's not. All right. Thanks so much, everybody, like I said again, for making this an amazing stream. Thanks for being here and making this just fun to do, right? I feel like I had a good time.
This was awesome.
So
Thank you for having me. This was
yes, absolutely. You are welcome back anytime you want. But yeah, I think we're just gonna, we're gonna call it a night there. Thanks for hanging out with us. Hopefully everybody has a great night and great rest of your weekend.
Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday. Have a good day tomorrow. Have a good Sunday. We'll see you back here next week, or that's the plan. Next week, Saturday, same time, same place. All right. We'll see you later.
Guys.